Welcome to episode 189 of Both Down, the number one Blood Bowl podcast.
From Christmas Island.
With all the misfit toys and Hermie, who wants to be a dentist.
Yeah, he wants to be a dentist, Steve.
This is Steve, a.k.a. Kilowoggy. With me as always, Scott Prime.
Howdy, everybody. Happy holidays.
Hey, we are recording this the week of Christmas.
This is 12/22, actually.
Jeez.
This is December 22nd. No promises that it's going to be up before Christmas, and I really don't even know if it matters because people will be doing holiday stuff.
People be doing holiday stuff.
I doubt they take time to listen to us, but you never know. There could be that one person out there that's like, we're going to grandma's and we're listening to Both Down.
I mean, when I fly, I tend to listen to podcasts.
Well,
it's kind of pretty much the only time that or driving long distances is when I listen usually.
So how you been doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Nothing too horribly bad. Yourself?
No, I mean nothing great, nothing bad. So I guess that's kind of a wash. I'm
just
still
being busy.
Just busy, work, building the Death Star, as they say.
Yep.
I found out that the government here in the U.S. or somebody decided to give us off the 24th and the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
With pay, except for like contractors like me who build the Death Star. So I'm still having to work, but it's better than us closing down and losing 2 days of pay like they've done in the past. But I did find out today that supposedly the students at my academy not only get holiday pay, they also get regular pay. Be cool if they did that for us, but jeez. Oh well. We build the Death Star. Everybody else is actually in the Empire. So
when people talk about I want small government, this is what you get. You get it shifted off to private sector where they contract people, pay them too little, take money off the top, and don't give them good benefits.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I doubt this is true, but I heard like the head honcho got a $40,000 bonus. So,
I wouldn't doubt it. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, why not? But it doesn't matter.
Spirit of Christmas.
No, actually, it's been really cool, actually. Like, so I personally really enjoy this time of year in a lot of ways, but I don't know if it's maybe I just get a rush from Christmas shopping for people. So
yeah,
I don't know if it's like an unhealthy thing. I think about the week before Thanksgiving up to about December 20th is like a good feeling. You listen to some Christmas music. It feels like people are just genuinely nicer. I know like other people I've heard horror stories about the holidays and people being like crazy and stuff, but I have not encountered that. But I do a lot of my Christmas shopping early. And, I bought like a jolly hat that has like twinkle lights in it. And like the other day I was at the grocery store and I forgot that I even had the little lights on. And I had like 6 people come up to me and go, man, I really love your hat and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And, oh, your hat makes me smile and stuff like that. So that made me feel good. I dropped off some Secret Santa things for some people I try to just secretly bless and made people's day. And so that made my day. That might be actually more fun than kind of buying for my family in a lot of ways. So, did that, even gave the guardsmen some Christmas cakes. So like when they waved me through to the on premises, like right now I could probably sneak in an Uzi because they'd be like, go on through, sir, go on through.
you fed us some
Christmas cake. They always are really happy every year when I give them Christmas cakes. So anyways, I like doing that stuff though. It's a great excuse. Like, no, I don't have a lot of money, but I find ways to do it. The bad thing about buying Christmas presents early, and this includes stuff for you, Steve.
Yeah.
You think you're done wrapping, and then you go somewhere and you go, what's this on the shelf? Oh, I hid that from myself. Oh, that's for Jennifer, or that's for so-and-so, or this is for so-and-so. And it's like, oh my gosh, I just spent my money budget and I forgot that I already spent, $20 in the past buying them something else. And
yeah.
Usually people just get a lot more stuff from me because of that reason.
So I have two things.
But what's that?
I have 2 things. One, Christmas crowds are not nearly what they used to be.
Well, I don't think so because of online shopping.
Of course, yeah.
Right.
But back before that, going to shopping malls or anything the week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks before Christmas, insane. But it did
Oh,
add to the fun.
I agree, and I don't buy anything online, so
Yeah. And
so
then,
I I've done my shopping. I started though back the beginning. Actually, I shop all throughout the year. It's
right.
like little things here and there, like, oh, I found this for somebody, I'll buy it now. And then I really started hitting it hard like October 1st. And technically I was done like 3 weeks ago, but I've been wrapping presents like 3 different times. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm completely done. There's nothing else. And then I'll go like, you know, find something somewhere else. And when I find one thing, I usually find like three things. And then, anyways,
Second thing, I watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band yesterday.
it's Emmett Otter's Juggling Christmas, sir.
Yes, you're correct. Sorry. Um, First time I'd seen that in a long time. And it, it's kind of amazing with all the puppetry and, they have the lake and they built the town, all this, that seeing that stuff is really cool. But when you get to the story, the whole, well, I'm going to pawn this hopefully to win the contest, and I'm going to destroy this hopefully to win the contest to get something for someone for Christmas. When all you have to do is be like, yeah, we don't have anything for Christmas, whatever, we're cool.
Yeah, what did she pawn? I forgot. The
The
tools, right?
tools, yeah.
The tools, and he put a hole in the wash tub.
Hole in the wash tub, which
She washed
they
socks.
just they just sang a whole song earlier about you not putting a hole in the wash tub. So that
Well,
was foreshadowing.
yeah, but they ended up getting a great job with all the mashed potatoes they can eat. I think working for Mayor Frog's
Yep.
restaurant or
Yeah, at the
something.
restaurant. Also, it's the same song, so surely they had to get tired of it. Like
I think what you don't know is they went on to bigger and better things as a group, and
maybe
just never plays out.
that's possible, but I thought that was interesting. Just
Do you think the River Bottom Nightmare Band was the I might not be using the word right. Would it be antitheses for Cold Slither on GI Joe?
like inspiration, sort of.
Yes, yes, yes. Am I using that word right?
No, antithesis would be like the opposite.
Okay, I'm
So they
sorry.
were the antithesis of Emmett Otter's Jug Band, but
Okay,
and
I guess inspiration. Then I was trying to use a fancy word. See,
interestingly enough, they're called Nightmare. That's the band name. The
but the
band's
song is River Bottom Nightmare Band.
and
Dun,
that's what they call
dun, dun.
them later on too. But when they introduce them and when they say it another time, it's just Nightmare. They
Yeah,
just happen to be from River Bottom and they're a band. Anyways,
yeah.
I don't know if that has anything to do with Cold Slither, but we can hope.
I mean, like
Did they ever
I know.
make Cold Slither classified figures?
No, but they did make some of those Super 7 figures, those
Oh,
like
okay.
retro figures.
Yeah.
I know I seen the Zartan in person, and I keep getting ads on like Facebook Reels about a band named Cold Slither that's inspired by. So I don't know if these guys dress up like the Dreadnoughts or if
Probably.
they're like actually hired by the people from Hasbro. I
No
have no
chance.
idea.
Yeah.
Um, or if it's just AI or something. But anyways,
Anymore, that is possible.
yeah, we're gonna talk some Blood Bowl, I promise. But just let us talk and catch up for a while. So,
Yeah, this is all going to be a one segment show. Scott being busy and everything.
well,
Um,
yeah, it's a busy time. I've already started
oh, it
Christmas.
is.
We
Yeah.
had first Christmas last Saturday at my dad's, and many more ahead of us. So blessed and cursed that I have so many things and places to go. Not really a
And
curse,
you
but
add on top of
it's just
that,
busy.
you decide to do a tournament the Saturday after Christmas.
Yeah. So a couple months ago, we thought it'd be really cool to work in a tournament before the end of the year just to see, really just an excuse to play third season rules.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounded wonderful like 2.5, 3 months ago. And now it's still going to be wonderful. But right now, the way my children's schedule is, product of a divorced family. My daughter's dating a child, a young man, an adult man, who is also the product of divorced children, who has several grandparents still alive. It looks like my Christmas with my family in my house is going to be pushed back to December 28th because
That morning.
that morning, that night, whatever, I don't know.
Jeez.
Because it's just everything is packed. And I'm trying not to be what my father does, and he's like, "Well, we got to have all these traditions. We can't be flexible." Even though he did this year, he was a little bit flexible on some stuff, but traditionally, he wants things on certain dates and everything. So I'm trying to be like really relaxed for the future. Like if I ever have like grandkids and stuff, that
Hmm.
I'll just be last Christmas. I can see what all the other grandparents give the grandkids, and then I'll just make it better because I'll have like an extra 5 days and really spoil the shit out of them. So,
That is true.
so yeah, I scheduled this tournament, and everybody else is off except for moi. So therefore, we're gonna probably have to push it back to Sunday, which is still not a big deal. So it will be fine.
Take everyone else
Speaking,
to a nice breakfast.
either make them a nice breakfast, or I don't know if we'll do dinner, breakfast, whatever. So we'll worry about it when we come to it. So we have surprisingly, I thought we'd get like 6 to 8 people maximum. It looks like we have four. We have 15, I think, paid. One
That's
guy's already dropped out. It's for charity, so he was unsure anyways, but he had some family stuff that got rescheduled, so he's gonna have to go do Christmas stuff with them. So we have 14 that I guess are currently going to show up, and which is pretty nice, really, for 2 days after Christmas. So I'm really happy about it. About 4 or 5 new faces that I haven't seen before, so that's
that's
also
awesome.
really good. I mean, I've seen before, but they've never showed up to tournaments. How about that? Some
Yeah,
Oklahoma guys that are going to give some tournament play a try and stuff. So, anyways, I was putting stuff together today. We got some dog tag for dog tag awards. So they'll have like a gold one that says champion and stuff for the winner.
that's cool.
We got those through Joe Smith. What is that? Windmill Games.
Windmilled. Yeah,
Yeah, and stuff. I decided to go that route because one, I wanted to try them and see what they look like, just like all the different colors that he has, and two, it was a little bit cheaper since this is going to be for like the Children's Hospital charity and stuff like that. So we have that going, and we have like I think 7 different. I could be wrong on that. 6 or 7 Blood Bowl like type items. Some board games brand new, some board games used that were donated. So there, couple fields, couple teams, a KR multi case that we had left over
oh nice.
donated to it. So, anyways, we got some stuff to give away this weekend as well, and it's only 3 rounds, so it should be fun. Hopefully, everybody will just kind of have a we're all learning type attitude because, like I said, we have some new faces. And Steve, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I still haven't read the rules. I have all this stuff. I have I have prepped as much as I can all my little what are the
Tokens.
little status markers?
Tokens. Yeah.
Yep. And I even like glued a letter to each one of them. So when I go to a tournament, they won't get mixed up with somebody else's. And then I walk away with, I brought 10 of them and I walk away with
Huh.
8 because somebody grabbed them wrong. So the plan is still to paint them and all that stuff. But with the weather being so cold, can't prime it and stuff like that. I have done that. I have even taken the rule book and the spikes to work several times, but haven't read them. And
Well, luckily for you, the NAF just today came out with rules and clarifications document.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I
That
messaged. That was one of the things that maybe they were already working on it, but in the forum where they're discussing a whole bunch of stuff, I was like, we need a document from the NAF because, and I've seen one person push back on this already, but screw them. The NAF, whether you like it or not, is kind of the governing body over the tournaments because they say they're NAF approved or not. So it's not wrong for them to have a set of clarifications that everybody goes by, at least for the most part, because it's like the
as
plus.
long as this is not a group of like a cabal of guys that go, we don't like that, so we're going to do this.
No.
Like, for example, I haven't read the book yet. So today, when I saw that document, it said that you can use apothecaries on star players.
Hmm.
And I immediately texted Gary. I was like, "What the hell? Are they making stuff up?" And Gary's like, "No, you haven't read the book yet. Yeah, you can use them on star players now." And I'm like, "What?"
I read the book and I missed that.
This is what, according to what he said. So I'm not.
And the document
Uh,
is really good because it does tell you if it's their opinion, if it's something that's going against what's written, and what page to find it. Because
I
there
did
is,
like the page numbers and all
yeah,
that stuff. It was a good document, and for now, it's a good reference tool until GW comes out and clarifies some stuff. That is part of the reason. Like, I was super excited about season 3 and us talking and everything. It was like, oh, it sounds like everything's really clear, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you go into the Blood Bowl community forum and you hear people, their intent is not to just be chaotic, I don't think, but there's some people who look at rules just different than maybe me and you.
mm-hmm.
And they see things, or there's not a comma here, or blah blah blah, they get a different meaning out of it. And that stuff and those arguments were just driving me insane because I thought a
Right.
lot of stuff was pretty clear. So
Well, also in the big one is in the rule book. It says no die roll can be modified below a 1. That means that Jordell, who has a 1+ agility, can never fail anything. Well, obviously, if he rolls a 1, he fails. But if you're trying to go into 8 tackle zones and you roll a 2, you make it because it can't get modified down below a 1. And now, obviously, that's not what they meant to do, but that's how it was written. So the NAF was like, this is how we're going against what's written because it's wrong. And supposedly there's been clarification from one of the game designers on a Discord that that was wrong, but we're not going to see an FAQ update for months.
well, I mean, people got to get out there and play the game, right?
Yeah.
And then have these things come up and everything else. I mean, like Saturday, I'm really scared running this tournament because, and I'm not scared, but I'm scared I'm gonna make the wrong call.
Yeah.
One, I haven't really read the book. That's just the honest truth. And two, I'm gonna have to, me and Gary, since we're co-running this tournament with me being the main runner of the tournament, odd man out, it's gonna come down to us, and whatever we say is gonna go, and we might hurt some feelings, make somebody mad. But I'm hoping, the Blood Bowl community is pretty good, especially when you play a lot with a lot of the same guys.
Yeah.
We can communicate, and I'm not worried about it, but I'm also scared that there's going to be something that sounds great both ways, and I'm going to have to just make a call.
So speaking of season 3 rules at tournaments, I actually went to Santa Claus in Colorado Springs Fountain.
Was it season 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, y'all got one in.
Mm-hmm. Now, this was a non-NAF event because it only used human, quote-unquote, races. So human, Bretonian, nobility, Amazons, halfling, those races. That was it. So we didn't have the full expanse of all the rules and, everything. But we played. And I'll go everything pretty quick. It was for charity, so you brought toys and you donated. You could donate to get, different weather kickoffs or this, that, these, and the others. But basically, main thing that was done was people just donated extra to get the star player, Santa Claus, with the AWS. I took halflings and Jordell because I just wanted to see how that would work. Ultimately, not well.
Yeah. Now, you don't like halflings at all.
I hate halflings. I have not won a single game with the halflings. Period.
Have you not?
Never. Never
Really?
once. So my first game, I go up against Dale with his Amazons, and they allowed pros and knuffles. So I took 3. Because for 10,000 each, they're broken. They should not be allowed. And that first game, I didn't even bother. I was like, I don't want to screw with this. I just want to play. Because they felt bad. He had Zolcath, the Zoet, and immediately on the kickoff he gets Ironheart skin. So I was like, well, that's great. Not much else. I did casually him at some point. I took Lone Fowler on a halfling because I wanted to see how that would work. And I took Bullseye on a tree because I wanted to see how that would work. Lone Fowler, I was able to turn a 3/3 into a 3/4. so I didn't get called out. I also had 3
Um,
bribes.
just because people don't, or myself, might not be familiar with what
Oh,
Lone Fowler does. What does it do?
Lone Fowler, if you fail to break the armor roll and you're fouling by yourself, you can re-roll it.
Okay.
So I really like that because I figured I'm just going to go all in on fouling and try to hurt people and just see what Jordell does.
Okay.
Jordell didn't do a whole lot because I can't protect him with halflings because I hate halflings.
No.
This, I did get 4 ones in a row on a turn, so that was great. Rooted both trees and then failed a dodge and re-rolled into a failed dodge. Essentially back and forth the whole time. It ends up 3-3. All 3 of my touchdowns come from throwing. Every single one. And then, honestly, I could have had the win because the first couple of drives, he had 12 people on the pitch. We didn't realize it. He's like, well, if you want to just take an extra score, you can. I go, no, I don't care. And again, not NAF and halflings. I do not care in the slightest. Second round to go up against Craig. He's got humans. We each had the 3 prayers of Nuffle because he took 3, I took 3. We both used them. We both end up getting knives. So the stabbing one, he immediately blitzes and stabs and casualties one of my halflings. Then I was able to knock down his ball carrier, but the ball goes directly to his catcher, who gets it, no problem. Turn 2, he immediately stabs another halfling and casualties him. Just bad game. Let me see if there's anything that stands out. Oh, I scored by throwing, and then he kicks the ball and it goes into the back corner. Well, he scored, and then he kicks the ball, it goes into the back corner, and then he gets perfect defense, or whatever it is now. So he puts people on the trees, so I can't do anything. So he gets the ball, he scores, it goes in the back corner again, and he gets a charge, and he scores, and then again on a kickoff the second half, he gets perfect defense, and the ball goes like right to me at that point, but he still got perfect defense, so I couldn't do jack all.
So playing against humans, I played one practice game with
Mm-hmm.
the against the new humans. What do you think about the catchers in 3 strength? I mean, it's basically
Amazing.
like it's. I'm assuming he took block with him,
Yeah, of
right?
course, yeah.
So it's basically you have like 4 blitzers. You have 2 agilic blitzers with lower
Mm-hmm.
armor and 2 regular blitzers that come with tackle. That's humans now.
Yeah, they are amazing. I mean,
I think they're better.
I do too, for sure. Now, a lot of
Uh,
people get. I listened
did,
to different podcasts. I won't name them. They were negative on everything because everything's changed and everything's lost positionals and blah blah blah. It just is what it is. But you give 3 strength to these humans on those catchers with 8 movement.
did team
That's sweet.
captain come into effect?
He used it every time. I think he got it once.
Okay. That's a
So
big deal if
not
you get it.
really. But yeah, the pro came in handy more than anything.
Okay.
So I wasn't doing well. He's just casualing me left and right. Second half, I do try to throw, and I figured I need to just get a score in. So instead of trying to scatter and see what happens, I tried to re-roll for a bullseye, and then got a 1, fumbled. Then one turn I got double skulls. Another turn I got double skulls. There was let me see what turn it was because yeah. So this is how the whole game went. My turn 2, first half, turn 2. I move a guy up on one of the people I'm hitting with a tree so I can get 3 dice. I roll 2 dice. They're both skulls. And I'm like, oh, wait, I moved a guy to get 3. Roll it, got skulls. Re-rolled, triple skulls. And Craig's just like, oh my God. And I tossed the dice cup and I'm just like, what the? I've only ever seen triple skulls into triple skulls one time in my life. And I didn't want to see it again on my side. But
Yeah, that's awful.
but yeah, that was it was. He had Carla Von Kill. Didn't do anything all game. She never had to. Like she just it was like
Well, it
she
doesn't
wasn't
sound
even in
like
the
it if
game.
he was going to keep just going around you and picking up the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I lost 3-0. I didn't even score that one time, and he had 6 casualties to my one. Went up against Brent and his humans on round 3, and he took Zug. This one I did a one-turn touchdown on turn 1, but that was all I could do. I lost 3-1 again, and then 6-0 casualties. Everything I was trying was failing. Dodges failing. Just it was horrible. I ended up getting the Stunty Award, so my streak of awards continues. I was the
So
only Stunty team.
did you go 0-3?
Oh, I had one tie, the first one.
The one
Yeah.
tie. Okay. So I was ready to come defend you and defend kind of the rules of engagement with Blood Bowl, because I remember when you said I got Stunty Cup and then you went, haha, I was the only one here. Somebody was like, it doesn't count if you're the only one there. Now, I do not know if they're a fan of the podcast. I assume so if they're going to follow a thread enough to,
So say they're posting
get
on the podcast. So
Right. So I don't want to sound like I'm attacking this person, but I have heard that several other times.
sure.
And, somebody else said, like, hey, if you're brave enough to play them, you need to, you get your award.
Yeah.
I think while I get what you're saying, like if you show up to a wrestling tournament in high school and you're the only guy that weighed in at 190 and you walk around saying, bragging at the school that you won the tournament without ever wrestling anybody, I get what everybody's saying.
Sure.
Just remember, Blood Bowl, we trickled down almost all the awards. Otherwise, like 2 people every tournament would get every award.
Oh yeah, Craig won this. Craig won this tournament. He would have had most touchdowns, most casualties, best defense. He would have had everything.
And I know Gary's one of them. Like when it trickles down, he doesn't enjoy it at all. Like he doesn't. Like me and you would be like, hey, we got best offense, like even though like the winner had 7 and we had 6.
Yeah.
We would be excited because we're just happy to get something. Gary wouldn't enjoy it that much.
I think that's fair though, because you did the best aside from the guy who won. And that's fine.
I agree. I'm just saying different perspectives.
Now, I will say that there was a time at a tournament in Wyoming where the guy who won was also running it, and he didn't want to take the first place. And I'm like, dude, you have to take first place, because the person who came in second, giving them first, it's not going to feel like a first.
Right.
They know they didn't win, so just let it be.
Right. Exactly. So either play something goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And again, it's not like I'm parading around like I won the Stunty Cup.
No, I know that, and I'm not really onto this person.
I know.
It is really just a reminder that Blood Bowl tournament just has like this own set of like rules, and it's great in so many ways. I have 9 awards. Let's say I only have these 14 people show up on Saturday. 9 of them are going to get something.
Yeah.
And they're going to be really happy. And they're going to be happy they came and played the games. And they're going to walk home and then, they see their kid or whatever. And they're going
But also, would I play this team if there was no Stunty Award? No. So
there you
go.
Right.
Now, again, I didn't do well at this tournament, I'll say. Oh, I did want to say this was for charity and they're doing giveaways. Arthur put up a fully painted token set, and that's where almost all of my tickets went to.
Did you win it?
No. I didn't win jack. But for anyone who's like, I don't know what to put out, that would be amazing, because I've painted some and they look like crap. I would love to get a fully painted, set. Or if someone's out there is like, oh, I should just paint these up and sell them. Yeah, do that. People will buy them.
That is a great point, because not everybody has those right now, or a lot of people just don't want to bother.
Oh, they're a pain in the butt. Yeah.
Oh God, I'm really not looking forward to it at all, to be honest with you.
So by not winning this, it kind of sucked, but I did win the COBBRA series. So
that is the same thing like we have the Scar series.
Yeah.
You were the season champion.
Mm-hmm. I went to every event, so that helped. But yeah, I did well enough to get that. I had a name on the trophy. I got the NAF stuff. Uh,
Oh, they still
Arthur,
do the little
hmm
pins?
they're pretty big, but yeah. And then Arthur got a special trophy made with a cobra on it, and my name's on there. So I may
Are
never
they
to get
different
again.
than like the ones they first introduced, those pins?
Yeah, let me go grab one.
All right, he's going to go look right now. He's going back to, all right, he's moving away the sex swing, and now he's coming back. Okay. Oh, it's right there. Those are way bigger than
No,
the
they're
ones I
huge.
got.
Yeah, it's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh. Dude, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Now, the ones I got way back in 2016, I thought were really cool too. Those little like lapel pins or
hmm
whatever they were. Yours is way better though. Those are badass.
Yeah, I was very happy to get it, and there's no year on this, so it's in perpetuity.
Is it have like a base on it? Put it up
No,
again. Let me see.
no,
It's
it's just
just
got
a.
the it's got the pin backs.
Oh, it is a pin back, but it's like
But it's just large.
that is really cool.
It's a good 4 inches, so
Hey,
the size of your average. What?
right. I mean, it's not the size that matters, Steve.
I know. Thank God.
Uh,
But yeah, it again. It's nice to do charity tournaments if you can, especially around Christmas or holidays or anything. Anytime you can, it's just awesome.
I recall you telling me privately right after it happened. They're going to change the rules now because like you worked the system or something.
No, it's not that I work the system. It's that I went to every event, and you get
Oh,
points for going to events and playing.
okay.
Most of them, like when I set up Scars, it's the top 4 events.
Oh,
Remember?
okay.
But that got worked not too well because Oklahoma back then was so big.
So but they are changing that, right? So
Yeah,
you're the cause of a change. I
yeah,
I bring this up because you winning that just made me go think about scars, and I remember I was the cause of change that's no longer on the record books, and I'm not trying to be salty about it, but in 2016, because I have the little pins, I won Stunty and third place for the Scar series, and we forever changed it from that point on that
hmm
one person cannot win 2 awards, which totally agree with. It was
yeah,
just not set in the rules.
yeah.
That has been omitted.
What?
Yeah, it shows that Brad Wells has won the Stunty that year. They probably gave it to the guy who was second in the history, which
Well,
is
if
whatever.
Matthew
But I still
Farley's
got the
listening,
pins.
he can update it.
More than anything, the talking point here is like both down guys made the series change rules because of us.
Yes, we're
So that,
rule makers, not rule breakers,
we're world beaters
with
or
a Viking
something.
experience.
We're
Oh wait,
master breakers. No, I don't know. Anyways, I just found that interesting when I went back and looked at this page. I was like, wait a second, I should have had a stunty cut there, and then it's
yeah,
been omitted.
we need to get our Cobra page working.
Yeah, the
It's just
scores
such a
page is
pain.
kind of cool because you can go look at like the history and see who won what,
hmm
even if maybe it's inaccurate to some of us who have both pins.
Of
But
course.
it is really cool. You can see like the Hall of Fame and all that stuff. So, anyways, well, that's good. Congratulations on winning the series
Thank you.
because I'm gonna have to move out of this state in this region because there's too many damn good players to get any place here in the Scars region. I
Well,
mean,
you could just. I still think most realistically, you should probably join Goats, and then Texas is just its own thing. But
is
yeah,
Goats the Missouri one?
yeah. Greater Ozark Appalachian Tournament Series,
I don't know. I mean,
Ozark area
we've
Tournament
been
Series.
part of Scars for so long.
I know, and
It feels like this is our Southwest Conference, so we got to stay here. I don't know.
well, you could go to the SEC. SEC.
Ironically enough, this weekend at the Random Royale 2, I think we only have one Texas guy coming up.
Huh?
So they must be really celebrating some Christmas where they don't have some free time.
Yeah.
Right now, I think Corey Avon's the only one coming up, but Corey's cool, so that's good. I mean, a lot of those guys are. I'm hoping. I'm not really hoping, but I am convinced that by the time Saturday rolls around, there will be 3 or 4 Texas guys who drove up from Dallas.
So thinking of Corey made me think of tournaments. Think in Oklahoma, which we got the hotel room booked, and
I saw
We
that. I
got
didn't
the
even know that.
discounted hotel rate. Well, if someone would get looking at the rules document that's been sent to them for over a month and a half,
Yeah, that's true.
or get some logos. I
Yeah.
mean,
If your partner for Oklahoma Bowl would just get some shit done, Steve,
I know.
you would be way better off in all of this.
That's okay. It is what it is.
But what maybe for Christmas.
That would be
May-
nice.
Instead, I sent you a box of goodies.
That's even better.
What else do we want to talk about today?
Can't think of much.
You want my GI Joe update?
Yeah.
So, like, hold on, let me get the date out. I'm gonna look here so I can. Have I talked about this on the podcast?
Oh no, I remember you posting or talking about the classified figures.
So, where was it here? I'm looking. Oh man, it's further back than I thought. Okay, August 10th. August 10th. I was like, you know what? I probably should reread these GI Joes
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm 51. Haven't read them in a long time. I usually don't go read comics, although these last like 6-8 years, I have been rereading some old stuff that I read in the past. And I was like, pretty sure I read them all, but I'm not sure. So I started with number 1, and all I asked myself to do was average reading one per day
Mm-hmm.
until I'm finished. Now, the G.I. Joe Real American series is what I'm talking about, the one that started from Marvel. I know there's been other series. This one continued into IDW, and now it's continued on through Image or Skybound. Same numbering. Larry Hama's wrote 98% of them. So I started that night, and I just read G.I. Joe number 1, and I went on and on and on and on and through these. Well, I'm way ahead of schedule because as of today, I should be on G.I. Joe 135. Not only am I on G.I. Joe 158, I also snuck in G.I. Joe Special Missions 1 through 28. And I read G.I. Joe European Missions 1 through 15. And G.I. Joe and the Transformers from Marvel. All in this. So I'm good, close to 40-something issues.
How many issues are there? I thought
There's
it ended like at 155.
It did, the Marvel series, but I'm going to reread all of them, even through the IDW. So I'm on because sometimes some stories are fairly forgettable. So I've actually been really enjoying this, and what I found out is like there's a lot of it, like 1 through 40. I probably read 20 of those, but the other 20 I didn't read.
Yeah.
Or if I read a couple of pages, but I don't remember anything else, which is probably true because my buddy Robert had all these and I didn't. So I probably looked through his things and read like a page here and there just to get the gist of stuff. Actually been really, really enjoyable. It made me G.I. Joe Special Missions, believe it or not. Herb Trimpe, the old Marvel hand of drawing, I kind of appreciate his art now. Like, is it spectacular? No. But does it tell a good story? Yes. And he did all those special missions, and those were really good. He wrote several of those. Those are pretty good. And the G.I. Joe European Adventures or G.I. Joe European Missions was really weird. Every issue, because they were reprints of, I guess, what was called Action Weekly or Action Force Weekly or something like that. They were all like, sometimes they'd have 3 stories in, sometimes 2. Grant Morrison writes a little short story in there. Brian Hitch does art for it.
Huh.
You're going back and you're seeing John McCree, the artist that did Hitman and Demon and all that. A lot of these like English guys that turned into like legendary guys, if you read comics, they did those G.I. Joe, European mission comics and stuff. So it was kind of cool. And like Flint was the main leader and stuff. And like, it was just it was weird. And at the same time, I was mad when it ended at issue 15. So anyways, my update is here we are, 4 months, a little bit over 4 months in, and I'm already way ahead of the game here by probably a month and a half. So
any update to the classified collection? Did you get
GI Joe
Crystal Ball?
figures.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll still pick up figures if I either find them cheap or just feeling like a kid. What I do when I buy those is I usually don't open them right away. So I have like 6 figures up in my closet right now, and Santa's gonna at least bring me 1 or 2 of those, and I'll open those up. But honestly, what I do is I got Airborne, and I had him since like I don't know, I got him maybe like last September.
Yeah.
Or so, and I finally opened him up. I was pretty down, watching the news and stuff, and I was like, I need something to make me forget. So,
Yeah. Tony from Arizona is a big collector of that. And it's just, they're so awesome. I just can't do it. They're so expensive.
they're very expensive. I was in a Walmart and I scanned one of them and it rung up as $10.
Yeah.
There was like 4 of them, and like one of them rung up as $10. And I ran back, canceled my order, and grabbed each of the other figures because like this is an error. It should be at least $25, and they're ringing up at 10. All of them rang up at 10 except for probably the figure I wanted the most, which was Blowtorch. So I put him back, and I bought the other 3 for $10 each. So.
Blowtorch and barbecue were always like my favorites.
Yeah, they were cool looking. So eventually. Oh, I didn't even know he had one, but I never had Xandar, Zartan's brother. So
yeah.
Basically, I'm just rebuying nostalgia.
Of course. I mean, that's what we do nowadays.
Yeah. Slowly open them up. And
like, I don't need comics, but here I am.
Comics are really fun, man.
Yeah. I've been enjoying it.
They're fun to read, all that. Anyways. We could just keep nonchalantly talking here and stuff.
So Blood Bowl wise, I think my next tournament is not going to be able to go to Canada, which sucks. But my next one, I think February 28th. I'm running one at Genghis Khan here in Denver.
Nice.
And then Oklahoma's the weekend of the 13th, 14th, and 15th of March.
I'm putting that in my calendar right now.
You should already know.
I think it's already there, though. Yep.
Craig's running Random Rumble on April 4th. Going to try to do my 3-state Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee one on the weekend of April 18th. Rocky Mountain Open is... No. Yeah. I get that confused with the Brian 2's tournament.
I got you. Rocky Mountain Rampage.
Yeah. No. The Rocky Mountain Open, the one from Lucifer Bowl that I'm running, is May 2nd weekend. Oracle comes up June 6th.
Yep. I'm still planning on going to that.
As you should.
And potentially, if I want to travel and I have the money, there's at least 2 tournaments in January in Texas. One in Lubbock, and I think one down in Dallas.
Cool.
I'm warning everybody right now. Insurance got so high that I had to take it through my job, and I don't know what my paychecks are going to look like. So the only tournament I'm committed to next year is Oklahoma Bowl and going to Detroit with Steve and them, because I have no idea where my life's going to be. We will talk mid-January, and I'll be like, it's not as bad as I thought, or
it's worse.
It's worse because Trump is killing me. So,
and everyone else. So, you're not alone.
Right.
Just not himself, which redacted, since I would like to leave the country at some point.
I got a real ID, Steve, so I could travel.
Finally. Nice.
Finally. When my uncle passed away and I was thinking about going up to Pennsylvania, and I found out I really couldn't do that without one. Made me get on the ball. So
good.
I did. This brings us up to a couple things. Not really a couple things, but something we're going to do here in this episode. When I was reading those G.I. Joe European missions, I really wanted to reach out to Pete and talk to him about the creators and like how was this formatted and all this stuff. And he wasn't there. It was that moment where I wanted to reach out and text him.
Yep.
And I couldn't, and that really sucked.
I've had a couple of those with him, with my brother, and
yeah,
it just sucks, but that is life. Nothing we can do about it.
I know.
But yeah, I bought all those old Doc Savage and Shadows I found in Texas. I was like, oh, Pete would love this. Like,
Yeah, he would. Those pulps. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
for sure.
But yeah, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and once we finish this, we're going to get one of the interviews that we did with Pete put at the end. So
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good way just to reflect back on the year. You know, we lost a Blood Bowl great,
yeah,
and yeah, we can just enjoy that interview where he came to Oklahoma and sat in our house and chatted with us. So we will do that after this. But is it time? Is it time, Steve?
I don't know. Do you want to do shout outs?
Shout outs! How's
Um,
that?
I mean that works. Yeah.
I don't know if I have anything.
I mean, everybody who puts on regional series, it's a lot of work. We appreciate it. Trying to get people to go to more tournaments.
Dude, anybody who puts on a tournament, it is a lot of work. I
Yeah.
was gathering stuff and taking pictures, and I mean, it's just a lot of
Sean
work.
Huberman for doing Blood Bowl team or Blood Bowl tournament manager, which is still awesome. Anybody on the NAF who put together that rules document, or if I think they got part of it from Fumble and Krister or whatever, much appreciated.
When does Blood Bowl season 3 hit the video game?
No idea. And that is something we should talk about because I did want to bring that up.
Okay.
Um, I've been playing it because I like to play it, you know, just a
Hmm.
game here or there.
Man, Gary plays a lot of leagues. I
I
mean,
don't
that
play
guy's
any
playing Blood
leagues.
Bowls 3 or 4 times
Jeez.
weekly, if not more.
I do the season events. So I finished the one seasonal event. I did my X number of games to get all the stupid awards and quests. So I start going into the arena mode, and I made my team. I get a game in. I'm nobility. This other guy is undead. I keep him from scoring the first half. Second half, I get the ball. I go down. I'm able to do a quick handoff and stop him from doing something and basically break away so I can score next turn and be safe for a few.
But he quits.
And he concedes, of course. So yesterday, I go to try to find another game at 8 o'clock ish, 7:30, 8 o'clock my time, mountain time. And I just sit there and sit there and 30 minutes go by of me looking for a game, and I go look at the live games. There were 5 live games going.
You
That's not
think?
good.
I don't think it's that. I think more people just play leagues.
I think a lot of people do play leagues, but still, you would think that people would be playing the brand new event for the new team,
Oh, I see what you're
but
saying.
maybe they
Okay.
just don't care. I know personally some people have not played anything yet because it's not the new rules. I don't want to be confused and blah blah blah. It's online. It does all the rolling and computations for me. I don't need to pay attention. I don't care.
I got you.
But yeah, so
That makes sense. Maybe people aren't doing it because they just want to learn the new rules and move on.
I really hope that they do when they do the relaunch that it drives more people to it. It is a fun game. No game is without its flaws. It doesn't have that many that I've seen, you know, and it's still great to look at. I'm still going to blow $10 on it a month or so.
What's going to be interesting is this time next year, we will have enough experience of playing the new rules.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're saying it's still a great game as we're excited about it now.
I don't see it changing. It's still the same game.
I
It's not
agree.
like they changed anything major.
I agree. I'm just saying it's going to be interesting to see if we're like, yeah, we told you it was going to be fine, or man, I didn't plan for this, and this really sucks, and this really sucks, and this really sucks. So
Yep. But I don't know anything else. You want to wrap
I
it up?
don't. I just want to thank everybody for listening all year. We say the same stuff every year around Christmas, I know, but just thanks for listening to us. Um, You have no idea how much you guys help us just by listening and occasionally emailing us and saying, "Hey, I heard this," or coming up
Mm-hmm.
to us at tournaments and going, "Oh, this thing you said to Steve was really funny, ha ha ha." And I go, "I said that," and of course Steve goes, "Of course you did," and blah blah blah. Um, this is like a weird therapy for us too, or at least for me, because sometimes life can suck, and just talking to your friends about a fun game that you can enjoy and sink your head into, Blood Bowl or
Yeah.
comics or fantasy football is just what the doctor ordered. So
Definitely.
I appreciate everybody more than you actually know, and look forward to seeing people next year, and live life, everybody, because people, we're short here, so I can't say it enough.
We
Take
had
the picture, enjoy the moment. All
we
that
had
stuff.
important people who didn't make it to this holiday, and I know we'll probably have people who don't make it to the next one. So just
Right. And if
enjoy
it's
what time
Steve,
you have.
I'll need a new partner. So if you're
So
out there,
just so you know, I do have it written down what you're supposed to say when I die.
you do.
So there is how to access the episodes and access my computer. It's all written down. So as long as I don't die in a fire, you should be
Is
able to
this
get
all
access.
a trick to get me to see a Wang picture
Nope.
of you?
Nope, not at all. It is a heartfelt. If I die, this is what it is. So
Well, let's not worry about that for a while.
no, I don't plan to.
And if I die, I don't have any of that written, so you're just SOL.
Yeah, I don't know how to upload episodes, so that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, this whole this whole thing will die if I die.
I can at least post on Facebook like, "Oh, sorry everybody, we're done. We're migrating to this other platform that I know how to do."
We've done this so long, it's like impossible for me to think that one day this podcast could not be around.
I know.
And yet, one day this podcast is not going to be around.
Yeah.
So,
If we both died at the same time, we don't have to worry about it.
correct.
So
No, I'm joking. I was going to say something awful.
yeah, I know what you're going to say, but no.
Yeah. Let's not do that. All right, everybody. We love you. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever else there is out there, which I'm sure there's plenty of stuff. But enjoy the moment, enjoy your family, love each other, and be kind.
And if you want to listen to Pete again, he's coming right up after this.
You can follow Both Down on Twitter at Both Down. You can follow Scott at Fat Finley, FATFINLEY, and Steve at Kilowog2814. If you want to know if your team name is Both Down approved, send a tweet to @BDapproved. If you'd like to email them, the email address is bothdownpodcasts@gmail.com. Or for more information, you can visit them at bothdown.com or at facebook.com/bothdown.
All right, we're here with the man, the myth, the legend, the creator of the visual Blood Bowl universe, Mr. Pete Knifton. Say hello, Pete.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
As if you haven't been, here a week and a half already.
Yeah, it's been an excellent time.
Good.
Are you sick of us yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sick of us?
No, of course not. How could I get sick of you guys? Yeah, absolutely not.
According to everyone else, pretty easily.
Well, they don't know you like I know you, so
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
there's
Yeah.
that.
moving
So-
swiftly along.
Where should we start? From the very beginning?
Yeah, I guess
Like-
just go.
Pete flew over here.
Yeah,
He had a terrible time getting here.
Pete had an adventure.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Line after line after line just to get into a line at the Atlanta airport.
That's true, yeah. I had to queue for an hour to join a queue.
That is crazy. Big props to you because, as Steve knows, I do not like even traveling alone, driving somewhere. If it's more than 2 hours, I'm just too scared I'll fall asleep or get lost, or I'm really weird about that.
Yeah.
So, big props to you for making it over.
Well, I'm not a fantastic traveller myself, and it was really horrifying to see every worst fear that you could possibly have unfolding before your very eyes.
Oh no, it was. Yeah. everything that could go wrong, aside from a plane crashing, pretty much went wrong.
It did.
I was so scared we were going to get a text that you said, "I've had enough. I'm going home." And
That did occur to me.
I was wondering as well, because Pete just wasn't able to get Wi-Fi at the airports.
No.
So even trying to go and pick him up was an adventure, which I'll probably just go over my adventure when we do the breakdown of Oklahoma.
Sure.
But it all worked out well.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we got you here. But I got a text, I think it was late Saturday night or Sunday morning, that said, from Pete, "I'm going to make it on the flight to Dallas. I'll see you guys tonight." Which is what we should have got on Friday
morning.
Friday about probably 1 o'clock or so.
Yeah, it's basically saying, I'm going to catch the 3 o'clock plane.
Yeah, that's what
Hopefully
it was.
it'll work out.
You're right.
And I got it at 4 a.m. And I
Yes,
saw that. And I was so
very early.
tired. I'm like, I don't know if he's actually getting on a plane and going back home.
Well, I didn't know either.
I at this point, I don't care.
Because I saw it, and then I was like, I thought he was in the other room over in my house.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, he's a grown man.
And he was staying with you at the time, so
Yeah.
I didn't know at all. Like, did he just catch a ride with someone to the airport and like, fuck it, I'm gone? It's like, I can't blame him either.
So
No, I've never been so glad to sit down on any mode of transportation as I was to sit down on that plane to Dallas. It was,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I didn't even care if I was in the luggage. You know, it's just get me out of Atlanta.
So, just for the quick breakdown for everyone, Pete was supposed to arrive on the Thursday before Oklahoma and get into Dallas about 11 o'clock at night. And he did not get into Dallas until 3 in the afternoon on Friday. And he had to stay overnight at the airport pretty much. You said you left about midnight and got a hotel for 4 hours.
Yeah, I got a motel for about 4 hours, yeah.
And then you had to get back to the airport
I was
and
back
sit
at the
around all
airport
day.
at 5 o'clock in the morning.
jeez.
I didn't get a flight till, I think it was supposed to be 2, but that was delayed until about 3.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And so I had everything scheduled, you know, as you know by now. The Swedes came over, and I had them scheduled for Thursday before. I had Pete scheduled for Thursday before.
Yeah.
So all I had to do was go down Friday, pick everybody up, and come back up and have a whole day to plan a surprise for Scott. And it just turned into... Actually, it worked out for the best because the Swedes and I got to visit my brother, get some lunch, go to Madness.
Well, it worked out great for you guys, not for Pete.
Not so much for Pete.
Well,
mean,
you
at the
know,
end.
we were hiding a dark secret, though. The Swedes.
Great guys, huh?
Fantastic.
And you've never
Anders and
met
Jonas are just two of the nicest guys I've ever met.
And that's the first time you've met them, right?
Yeah, it is,
I was
yeah.
just curious because in my brain, you travel to all sorts of Blood Bowl tournaments, and I know that's probably not true.
No, it's
but
not.
in my brain, that's what you do in your spare time. And, you know, you might have seen them because I know they travel across Europe and go to
Well, they
few
also
events.
went to the last World Cup, and Pete actually went to the last World Cup.
Right.
I
so
didn't see them. I mean, they
You probably saw them, but you just didn't know who they were.
they do look very distinctive.
Yes.
that's true.
I don't think they had the curly mustaches at the time.
Or the bowler hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've metamorphosized into these great people, but wonderful guys.
So we finally got Pete in,
Yeah.
picked him up, went is rush hour traffic in Dallas, so went to BJ's, got him some proper beer, got him some food in him, came up, surprised you.
Well, the thing about that which really tickled me was that the very first food I ate in Texas was Brussels sprouts. It's just-
Yeah.
That was Jonas's choice. He recommended them.
They were
And
like-
they were very, very good.
They
But
actually were. They were like
Were they fried or something?
seared with
Yeah.
some
Oh.
type of sauce.
Those are really good cooked like that.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would like
Because they were like
Brussels sprout.
basically charred. He was
Yeah.
basically just eating char at that point,
Well,
which I'm good with.
they're Brussels sprouts, Steve. That's what that flavor is.
Yeah. Ignore the
Steve-
Brussels sprouts, but
The anti-vegetable man.
it happens.
All right, then what time did y'all get here?
Got it back to here about 9, probably about 10, 9:30 to 10. And
That's
hung
right.
out a little bit and then basically said, okay, everybody, get out of here. We got Oklahoma Bowl to come up.
Yeah, I was so mad at you because like you texted me and said, "Hey, I need your help carrying Pete's stuff in." And I was like, "You're a grown man. How can you not just help him carry 2 bags?" And then the big reveal was it was to lure me outside just to sneak the Swedes in, which everybody in the world was in on except for me.
Pretty much.
And that was a really douchebag move of all of you.
You're welcome.
Including Jennifer. So, but it was a nice surprise, and I was so mad that y'all surprised me, I probably couldn't even enjoy the moment fully.
Right. No, because we had Oklahoma Bowl to mess with the next day, too.
Well, I was so stressed that day because I'm worried about Pete, and then you kept telling me, don't worry about it, and I didn't know you were sneaking down there.
Yeah, Scott wanted to go, and I made sure that he didn't, because I couldn't have more room. I had to rent a car as it was just to make sure I had room for all the luggage.
Well, I was furious at Steve. I was like, why the hell would you go to Dallas until you know he's in Texas? And because, you get frustrated and leave, and which I wouldn't blame you if I was in lines all day or anything else, but it all worked out fine. So I think we let you sleep for 6 hours before waking up to go to Oklahoma Bowl. Or,
No, he came late.
You came a little bit late. Jennifer brought you in.
Yeah, we let him sleep in since, he needed to sleep in.
Yeah.
Mind you, due to the excessive levels of stress, I never experienced any form of jet lag. It was just...
Well, that's true.
Just full-on anxiety.
Yeah. Well, you had all the jet lag at the airport that one day.
Yeah.
Just, ugh.
Well,
I felt fine.
And Jennifer took you to the Waffle House, if I recall, right?
No, we went to Chicken Filet.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A,
that was the first day.
Yeah.
And you didn't care for that.
It was okay. I think that was my first experience of grits there, which I really enjoyed.
Let's see. No, Chick-fil-A was your first day. Jennifer took you to Waffle House the second day. That's where you got a good meal. Because I remember you had I think you described it to me as, this is like baby food. I did not enjoy my chicken and biscuit. No. And then the second day, you had your grits over at Waffle House, if I remember correctly.
I don't know what to say about biscuits and gravy. They're absolutely revolting.
Yeah, Pete's not a fan.
Not to be recommended to anyone.
You got to be born in America, I think, or maybe just born in Oklahoma. I like biscuits and gravy.
I don't get the gravy part.
Well, you don't get anything.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
we had 54 people for Oklahoma. Jennifer brought you down. What was your thoughts? Because here you are in another country, and quite honestly, I mean, we've been friends on Facebook, but being friends on Facebook and meeting people in real life is 2 different things. Were you scared, nervous? Because I sure hell would have been.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wasn't nervous at all. Certain things make me extremely nervous, but kind of meeting people doesn't. And the one thing I knew for certain is that at Oklahoma Bowl, I would be amongst friends. And there's nothing better than a crowd of Blood Bowl fans when they get together.
That's true.
It's very true.
Because I might be sat there drawing, working away, doing sketches for people, but constantly in the background there are people having fun, people laughing, ridiculous arguments, the odd shriek of terror. It's a good background to work to.
Good.
And I thoroughly enjoyed the whole thing. When the Orc War Boss turned up, that was an absolutely fantastic...
that was pretty awesome.
Piece of cosplay, that was.
Yeah.
And it was so heavy. I tried to pick up the axe, and that took some hefting.
Yeah, he let me put on the hand with the hammer and the other one.
That's right, yeah.
It's just like, okay, this has some heft to it. You could actually hurt somebody.
And it must have been evenly distributed over his body for him to carry this stuff, because it was a seriously heavy piece of kit.
Oh, yeah.
But he looked fantastic. One of my favourite parts of the day, that was.
Yeah, that was really cool. Big shout out to Ted for randomly driving through the area to pick up his costume.
Through the area. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just sheer luck, to have him there and help us. He stood in the background and presented awards. He had to be hot as hell in that thing too.
Yeah, but he seemed to have fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. So you did a bunch of sketches.
Yeah.
We sold some
art prints.
art prints. We still have some left, so if anyone wants some, just contact us and we can make sure to get them sent out to you.
We have signed Pete Knifton art prints, and you can contact Steve and he can ship them out.
Mm-hmm.
And the money will go to Pete. So just know that you're still supporting him and his artwork and his craft. So
it'll come in a tube, so it's like
a tube. We're not gonna fold them up and just press them in.
That'd be much easier, trust me. No, I got some tubes.
Just back to Oklahoma Bowl. It was a really friendly event, and the place it was held in, the Wizards Asylum, is an absolutely cracking shop. I didn't get much chance to have a look around until the second day.
Yeah.
And I was thoroughly blown away by some of the stock they had in there.
He's done a great job with that place since he moved.
There's the part of me that wishes he had more comics, but the truth is a lot of those comics don't. We make our money off board games and like Magic cards and stuff like that. But
he could probably get rid of the old comics and put in more games.
The old comic guy in me likes having that stuff around.
Yeah. I mean, I got a couple of books that I've been after for a while, so
I saw you picked up Mr. Miracle. What else did you pick up?
What else pick up? I picked up Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's good.
But I was thoroughly chuffed with my Mr. Miracle. That's just, one of the best comics to come out over the past decade, I think.
Every time we get one in, I tell Brian, like, I'm going to get that at the end of this weekend or whatever, and somebody always buys it. We've been selling it consistently ever since. You took my copy, actually.
And laughed while I was doing it.
That's okay. He can order more in. And he has one down there for me. So,
Saturday night, you went to Lazy Circles, right?
That's right, yeah.
A nice little bar downtown, Norman.
Jonas, Anders, and Jeff Gallenbeck took them around. They went to... Y'all didn't go to multiple bars, just the one.
No, just the one.
Which was kind of scary because last time Jeffro took people around, people came back really drunk and wild.
But
we were okay.
That was much more the Spoon influence, I think.
I'm going to use this opportunity right now to talk to the Americans. I spent 10 days with 3... Is it okay to call you a European?
Of course it is, yeah.
Okay. 3 Europeans who every day drank, almost every meal drank alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what? They never got drunk. Here in America, and especially in Oklahoma, when somebody says, I want to drink, they get messed up.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a culture thing, or we're stupid or something. But
it's definitely a culture thing where we have make it seem interesting and so off limit and,
I don't know. It was odd and really cool to know, like, there's people in the world who can drink without getting drunk every night.
Well,
and that was nice.
If we got drunk, we'd never be sober because we just drink to dull the existentialist hell of living in Britain.
It's kind of what the Swedes said, too, just to feel anything.
Really?
Which makes me wonder about how things are over there.
Well, I think every country has their own stuff.
Sure, absolutely.
We don't have to get into politics.
Nope, sure not.
We found out, Pete, that people don't like it when we talk any bit of politics on this podcast.
Well, thank God for that, because I'm not really up for it. I've just lost all interest,
Sunday we had a Spiky Cup. Oklahoma, we had 54 people, so that was really cool. And then only 5 of them from Oklahoma. We did have a customer at Wizards come in, and he was just shocked that we had a guest artist, and we had all these people. And he said, Scott, how did you get all these people from Oklahoma to come? And I said, dude, there's only 5 from Oklahoma. We have a Canadian. We have a guy from England. We have 2 guys from Sweden. And he was floored by it. And I guess what I keep saying this all the time when people talk to me, like privately or whatever, about tournament advice and stuff. Just keep running tournaments. You might only get 8 people. You might get 6 people. If you keep putting work into it, eventually people will come.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're going to have 54.
And we're
very blessed to have that many, and who knows, we might never again.
Yeah.
But just keep putting in the hard work, and if you want to succeed at running Blood Bowl tournaments or doing stuff, you're going to have to get out and give to the community to get something back. You can't expect other people to do it.
For sure.
Because there was not one Blood Bowl tournament ran in Oklahoma before we started it.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Spiky Cup. The next day was Spiky Cup. We had 46, I believe.
Think so, yeah.
Steve doesn't remember.
Dude, Steve can't remember anything.
It
We've
was
been going nonstop.
it was
Steve's
a very-
running on fumes.
very tiring weekend, which led into a tiring week. We then had 46 people for Spiky Cup. It went really smooth. Pete drew sketches all day. I believe you had a list of sketches to continue to do.
Yeah, I've still got some to do.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm going to give him more.
and then we went out for sushi, which has been a tradition for
What
the
we call
stragglers.
sushi and what any foreigner would not.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Euros-
sushi wasn't that good.
See, that's one of my favorite places to eat.
Well, it's like faux sushi.
Well, you got to have some cream cheese on your sushi and stuff, right?
Cream cheese, mayonnaise, fried stuff, you know.
Sushi.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was okay for a bit.
Yeah.
And then you think, actually, this is not what I'm used to.
Right.
It was okay. Nice.
Sure.
But I've eaten better.
Well, that's what Jonas said too. Jonas and Andrew said the same thing. So we're so used to it that I feel like that's the best sushi place. But anyways, we did that. I think we hung out that night a little bit, and then everybody was exhausted, went to
don't know.
bed.
Yeah.
So after a long weekend, we called it a night. The next morning, we kind of slept in. I believe we had some breakfast at the omelet place with Chance and Drew to see them away.
Yes. That's exactly what we did.
And then we had some Hooters that day.
That's right. Yeah, first time I've ever been.
Same with Jonas and Anders, which blows my mind that was on their list of to-do things.
Yeah, but it's a worldwide brand. It makes sense.
I understand. Just one of the last places I would have thought.
Like if I went to London, I'd want to go to Harrods.
Okay.
Harrods is probably not that interesting to them, but
Sure.
I've heard of it.
So we had some wings. Any thoughts on that?
Just lots of wings.
Yeah, I think we were all just tired and happy to sit down and just
Yeah,
chill
lots
out.
of wings, lots of cold beer. I think I had a Big Daddy or something.
I think
Yeah,
so,
you
yeah.
and Anders took down some Big Daddies.
No, it was superb wings.
Tuesday, some of us went to the zoo. You
Yeah.
and Pete stayed behind. You said, "I'm exhausted. Can I please
Yeah,
not go?"
I just did
That
nothing.
was the text. Can I please not go?
I was like, do I have to go to the zoo or can I just stay home?
So
Like,
I took the kids.
'cause I really wanted to go, but I couldn't.
Right, me and Jen took the kids. Like, you guys hang out. I think Pete stayed at the house and just
Yeah, I
chilled
caught
out.
up on some work.
Yeah, and really nothing really exciting there. I don't even know if we did food that night that I recall. We might have, but I don't remember.
Probably. I don't know.
We
It
just
all
did this
blends
last week,
in.
didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday was the big day where we went to. Wednesday was the big day that we went to Cattleman's. Jennifer went along with us. We had a meal down at just the Cattleman's restaurant. If you are from out of town, that's the big deal.
Yeah, it's like the most well-known Oklahoma restaurant.
And it's right next to the stockyard, so I guess the meat's supposed to be fresh.
Yeah,
like they
it's
go
as-
out there and pick out a cow and slaughter them right in front of you.
It's as fresh as you're going to get.
I thought I've ate there before.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize anything inside, what it looked like.
So-
nothing.
We went left, and like I said, I've eaten there before, and I went to the right, and it felt like a much smaller store and kind of booths, not as fancy.
Okay.
But this was definitely the more fancy area
Let me tell you something. The prices of the menu said that place was fancy.
that they did.
We had some calf fries, or lamb fries.
Lamb fries, yeah.
Which, if you don't know what those are, we had lamb balls.
We had to have Pete try balls.
What'd you think of balls, Pete?
I love them. I do love the taste of balls.
But honestly, they didn't taste like anything. They just tasted like breading.
They were like, it was a weird texture to the meat. I mean, I
Not much.
didn't
It was-
hate it, to be honest with you.
No.
I didn't know what they were. It could have been anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
It
exactly
was
it.
just something in batter.
Right.
I couldn't even tell you if it was meat. Like if you gave that to me and told me it was meat, I'd be like, okay. Well, if you told me it was some type of mushed peas or something, okay.
Oh yeah, mushy peas. That's the only reason I'm going home.
Miss,
Is you can't get mushy peas in Oklahoma.
send mushy peas. We get to keep Pete.
No, I had possibly the best steak I've ever had at the Cattleman's. That was divine.
Jonas said the same thing.
Yeah.
Although Jonas got the T-bone, I think you got the sirloin.
Yeah.
I got the filet.
Yeah, you got the filet mignon.
It was very good.
Yes, it was.
It was very expensive, but I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go back again sometime.
That's
You
worth
know,
it.
I want to get the T-bone just to see.
I didn't know Jennifer loved it. I mean, when she heard y'all wanted to go there, she was just like, "We got to go." I used to go all the time with with her ex and stuff. So like,
I love the rolls.
the bread was nice.
bread was amazing.
The salad was pretty good. Pete
Salad
did it
was cool,
smart.
yeah.
You did it smart. You did not take the house dressing.
No.
That was smart because the house dressing was too much. But salad was good.
No, I had the balsamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with
Mashed potatoes suck, so don't
that.
get the mashed potatoes.
Anyway, come on, get to the interesting part.
Okay.
The cowboy stores.
No,
across
you
the
yeah.
road.
go for it, Pete.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So afterwards, we went to we went to a little store next to it that just
Yeah.
had kind of kitschy cowboy stuff.
Okay. Can I talk about this?
Yeah.
Pete's excited. I can tell. We go into the store. He kind of wanders around. See, up to this point, I've been playing like overguess. Like, are you okay, sir? Do you need anything, sir? Finally, about this time, I realized, let him wander. He's a grown man. He'll say something. He even told me that. Because if I need something, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay, make yourself at home. Blah, blah, blah. Finds him an Oklahoma hat and some gloves.
Yeah,
You have to talk about these gloves because I've never seen a grown man so happy about what looks like work gloves to me.
And him and Jonas both got pretty much the same exact type.
Yeah.
Never would have guessed it.
Go for it.
Independently.
Yes.
We didn't communicate about the gloves.
Not at all.
But what they are is they're what I would describe as drover's gloves, which are work gloves. And as a kid growing up, one of my favourite TV shows was The High Chaparral. And Uncle Buck in the show always used to wear his drover's gloves, even in the bath. Which, as a kid, that was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen.
That makes more sense.
He never took them off, and I developed this kind of weird cowboy glove fetish thereafter. And I just couldn't believe the fact that I found a pair,
Yeah.
and an Oklahoma hat too.
The Oklahoma hat works perfect for you.
Well, I just look like one of the locals, really.
You really do. We've lost him a couple of times. Like we went to the casino one day, last week and trying to find you, just walking around. It's like, oh, there's an old guy with a hat. Oh, no, different guy. There's a guy with a hat. Nope, there's a guy. Damn it. He's blend in.
He bought these gloves. He puts them on, and the smile on his face was like I gave him $1 million and a set of boobs that he could touch. He was just so happy. And he put them on, and he just was listening to him squeak and rolling his fingers through them. It was magical.
He also had the magic of bacon soda
Oh yeah,
because
That
they have
was
a whole
weird.
bunch of weird sodas there.
It actually tasted of bacon.
It did, and it even had the aftertaste of like a smoky flavor.
Yeah, it was even slightly greasy as well. It was just
That's
one of
just
those
not-
peculiar things.
That's not good.
Only topped by Jonas buying some celery soda a couple of days later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which did taste of... It's amazing. They do taste of what they say on the bottle, But I'll definitely have bacon soda again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that,
So this area of town, just to describe people in case you're not
Oh,
from
yeah.
Oklahoma, it's kind of the western area of town, right?
it's called
If you-
Stockyard City. It's very
Stockyard
western.
City, yeah. If you have a horse and you need a saddle, there's places that sell them. If
Yeah.
you need a pair of cowboy boots, which I'll let Pete explain here in a second, you can go to stores. So we went over to, after this little store, we went to, what was it called?
Is it Teeners? Or
Western
Langston's?
Outfitters or Langston's. We went
Okay.
to Langston's next.
Yeah, I think I always call it Teeners, but no.
So Pete, we go into Langston's. You see a lot of cowboy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
We forgot to go to look at the hats, though. We never made it back.
What, to the cowboy hats?
Yeah,
Well, that's fine.
but
So we're in Langston's, and it has Western stuff everywhere. Now, Pete, you told me, some of your friends even tease you because you love this Western Americana stuff so
Oh,
much.
God, yeah, definitely.
So he was in his element.
I was.
And being around Oklahoma my whole life, it's just like, well, this is normal.
Yeah.
This is what you find at these places. So overall, you guys made me really appreciate our state
Well,
even more.
what astonished me was the fact that not only are there aisles of blue jeans, but aisles of boots.
oh yeah,
And the boots range from the very mundane to the very spectacular, very decorated stuff.
Saw a boot.
And if that's not good enough, you go around a corner and there's like an aisle full of spurs. Yeah. And I just love the idea of jingle jangling walking down the sidewalk. It's fantastic. And if you go around the corner, you've got your belts and you've got your lariats. If you want to rope a steer, just get yourself. I mean, the amount of washing lines I went through as a kid, trying to rope my mate on his bike. Yeah, these were proper cowboy stuff.
We went to another store, not the Western Wear store, but an actual saddler, gift store. Mm-hmm. But they sold true lassos and lariats and prods and whips and everything, practice steers that you can throw the line on.
The genuine reaction Pete gave when he turned around, I think you realized that we were in there when there was boots. But I think at some moment you turned around and did you say, "Oh my God, look at the fucking boots"? Or did you say something like that? There was some comment with a cuss word in it. And it was just pure shock of like, holy hell, there's a lot of boots here. It was so fun.
Well, the thing is, I have your bandana and everything with me.
Yeah.
Look at this cowboy.
Never got to wear that, but never mind. There's always tomorrow.
There's still time. Yeah, there's still a few days.
I loved all that sort of stuff. Fantastic. It's certainly fed my cowboy fetish for the next sort of. I can't wait to get home and look through my Roy Rogers annuals.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then after that,
we
left
me and Jennifer went home because I had kid stuff to do, and then you guys took off.
We left you there, and then we headed off to shoot guns. So we went to Wilshire Guns, which is kind of a hipstery place.
And you met Scott Hess.
Met up with Scott Hess.
Okay.
He brought some guns for us to shoot. However, the place that we went to didn't have any of his ammo. So we had to rent guns.
So is that a big price difference since I didn't go?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Did it go from like $20 to $100, or does it?
No, it came up to like $25 each. Wasn't too bad. We rented a 1911. Was it Colt 1911?
Yeah, Colt 1911.
And then a Sig Rattler.
Yeah.
Which is a machine pistol. So it's kind of like a rifle.
That's cool.
So we got a ton of ammo and got a couple of lanes, and we were all by ourselves at the 35-yard range instead of the shorter, longer ones. So
who's the best marksman out of you two?
That'd be me.
It must have been Scott, I think. Scott Hess.
Scott Hess was good, yeah.
Was he?
Anders wasn't bad because Anders is ex-military.
Right.
Well,
I would say Anders was the most comfortable around all the guns.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you just do this. Pete tried to kill us all, waving a gun around.
Yeah, I heard about this.
The gun had nothing in it.
The gun had no cartridge or had no magazine. It was unbolted or whatever, so there was no chance he was going to shoot anyone. But still, he was just like turned around and like waving the gun. Oh man, this is awesome! Like, no, just put it down. Just put it down. Just put it back. Put it down.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I fired a gun, I don't know, never. I haven't shot a gun in years, but this time round, it just went bang.
Oh, that was going to be my question. Was this the very first time?
No, it wasn't.
No, okay.
No, dude shot a Desert Eagle before.
Yeah,
right?
Many years ago, I went shooting with
pretty big
a guy called John Ward, and we went out to this range near Northampton, I think it was, and that was back in the 90s when it was still legal to do all this sort of stuff in the UK.
Yeah.
And we just shot an Uzi because you have to.
Oh my gosh!
If you can, you do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. A Desert Eagle and a classic 45 long slide.
Yeah.
Good time. Desert Eagle went off like a bomb though, absolutely terrifyingly loud. And yeah, I mean, one of the things about us going to the Wilshire range was that by the end of it, we were firing guns John Woo style, sideways on and all that, because we got a bit cocky after firing so many rounds.
It's way more accurate sideways, right?
I don't know, but we should have had two jumping through a plate glass window.
There you go.
In slow motion. It was a fantastic day out, though, but it's not something I'd like to do regular. And I'd certainly never, ever want to own a gun.
No. It's a lot of fun, though.
I don't hate people who own guns, but I just never grew up around them, so I don't have a desire to own them. My parents never had them, so. Anyways.
My dad did. Just not my thing. And then after that, we went up to Quail Springs Mall area, which has some of the nicer shops, and went to a tactical store for $5.11 that Jonas and Andrews wanted. Nothing there they wanted to buy, so just kind of left because it wasn't any cheaper than in Sweden. We ended up going to Red Robin because we were waiting for you and stuff. So instead of eating there, we just wanted a milkshake or something to bide some time. And we ended up getting 3 milkshakes, and Pete got a beer, and the total came to $19.11. So the waiter's like, "Oh, it's just like the gun." We're like, "Dude, we just came from shooting that." So it was a interesting kismet thing. And then we went to buy shoes of all the exciting things.
Who bought shoes?
I bought shoes, and I think Jonas bought shoes. That's where Anders got his hat.
Ah, the magical hat.
Yes, he got a new hat.
That hat fit him perfect, didn't it?
It suited him down to the ground.
It really did.
Let me tell you, Anders and Jonas, I don't think any of us can say enough about them. Have you guys ever read Hitman, the DC comic?
Yeah.
Aren't those two like just two of the good guys hanging out in the bar?
Yes.
At any time that Tommy Monaghan needed somebody, he could go in there and grab especially Anders. Anders looks like the guy to be at the bar with a funny dad joke.
Well,
and any time to grab.
They fit perfectly the dichotomy of like all comedy duos. The tall, thin one, the short, stocky one, the one kind of serious, the one kind of goofy. The goofy one's the one who's just going to go crazy and kill a whole bunch of people.
We decided at the zoo, because, we took all our children, and the zoo was crowded that day.
Yeah, spring break, so that's why all the kids were off.
And if we lost a child, we look around and go, where's so-and-so? Where's Parker? And you could go look way back. And Anders was with him. Mm-hmm. But Anders wasn't like right next to him holding his hand or anything like that. He was letting him do his thing, but he was watching out for him. And same thing with Jonas. Where's Eden? Where's Eden at? And we look around, and Jonas might be there watching him. That's just an awesome feeling. I know we probably think like, well, of course, why would they not do that? But it was, to me, the part of having good friends is when you don't see each other, but when you do, you pick right back up, and you don't just talk about the good memories. It just feels natural, if that makes sense. And that's my, I think, the beautiful part of Jonas and Anders is they just feel natural and stuff. They're just good people. And I can't say that enough. I even put on Facebook, like, Sweden, you should be proud of them, because
they are great guys.
It just, I mean, you can't help but love them, and they fit right in with the kids. The kids loved them and stuff. So anyways, hats off to them. I know it sounds like I'm sucking their dick, but
pretty much
they have nice dicks. I mean, I don't know what you don't
get
say.
Circumcised ones that often around here. Uncircumcised. Killed my own
Did we
joke.
do anything else? So after all that, you guys came back, and we, by somebody's request, was it Jonas?
I think
who
it was
wanted
Jonas.
Chicken and waffles,
Of all things.
and the little fast food-ish type place down the street here had chicken and waffles special on Wednesday nights.
Slim Chickens of previous Oklahoma Bowl or something meetups.
Yeah. So what'd you think of chicken and waffles?
Well, I was asked on Facebook, what does chicken and waffles taste like? And I said, well, you know what a waffle is. You know what a chicken is. Chicken and waffle just tastes like chicken with waffle.
Now just add butter and syrup to it.
Put some butter on it, and you put some maple syrup over the top. It works in a strange sort of way. Again, it's not one of those things I'd like regularly, but once in a while you think, okay, chicken and waffle.
So Anders and I came up with a better version of it. So you do a whole grain waffle.
Okay.
And then you do spicy chicken.
So you have the sweet and the spicy with the maple. And that'd probably be a lot better.
Yeah. I think that would be better than, because this just kind of went into mush. after a
My
while.
whole thing with chicken and waffles is it's good for about 8 bites.
Yes.
And then after that, I've done. I've had enough.
Just becomes mush,
Yeah.
and then just forcing it down.
But that was interesting. I think the Swedes kind of liked it, but only because they were trying it.
It was unique.
Yeah.
We had that going for us.
All right. Thursday.
That was the morning of donuts, I believe.
Yeah.
The first crappy donuts.
I think Pete stayed totally away from the donuts.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm not a donut fan. The donut worthy of mention will occur later on in this, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jonas and Anders wanted to take us. They said we just wanted some local donuts, so we took them for some local donuts. They got a kind of a selection of them. It was funny to watch them cut them up in little pieces and try them. I knew we were going to Thai Kitchen later that day, where I was going to hog out like a fool.
Yep.
So I had one donut just to be part of the gang, and that was a good decision. Then we went to
Downtown.
Before we went to Thai Kitchen, which is in downtown Oklahoma City. Let me tell you something, folks. I haven't drove that many times to or around Oklahoma City since I worked there like 5 years ago. Because it seemed like every day our trip took us through Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Where did we go first?
Memorial. We
went
parked
to the
and then went
bombing
to the
memorial. There was something said that I just kind of curious about, talk about on here. You said, I think it was you or Jonas said something about like, it was odd to see the memorial in a way that like, what was the contents of what you said? Something like if we built a memorial every time something bad happened.
Every time there's a bombing, they'd be everywhere.
They'd be
there
everywhere.
would be.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we're lucky with here in America, and especially in Oklahoma. Shit like that doesn't happen. Except that one time it did, and it was really bad. So we're like, oh, well, we should probably put up a monument to it. Not to dismiss anyone that died or anything, but I don't disagree with that sentiment. It's odd to
Well, I
do
guess
that.
I'm in the same boat, Steve, because until you said that, I was thinking like, yeah, there's a lot of bad shit that happens everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of a weird thing to visit it. That was the first time I visited it too. So
I mean, it's
that-
a lovely place.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's very pretty.
it's very weird and odd because I remember the day that happened.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Everything, and we talked about that personally, but it was kind of neat to see, and at the same time, I never thought of it from that perspective. So that was a unique perspective to think of it in.
Then basically we just walked around downtown. That's it. I mean,
You guys killed me that day.
We can't
I know
really-
I didn't probably bitch out loud. My hips have been hurting so bad. You guys were killing me. We went to Stark Tower, or the Devon Energy Tower, or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. I call it Stark Tower.
we walked all over the place.
That
and
building was crazy inside. I've never been in there either.
I got a really good photograph of the roof,
Nice.
which is sort of a load of concentric circles.
Yeah.
It's really huge. I mean, I know it's huge anyways because you can see it from
huge for
almost
Oklahoma,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, it's huge for us. But you guys walked my butt all the way around Oklahoma City, and I was hurting, but I didn't want to say anything because you guys would tease me for being a whiny bitch.
Yeah. You did a good job because we didn't hear any bitching.
And then we took the tunnels.
Yeah, Oklahoma City has a network of tunnels underneath it that connects some of the buildings, and probably not that unusual for most places, but kind of unusual.
Probably. I remember this as a child. There was a lot more stores in there when I was a child.
Yeah, I've checked with other people, and there's a lot more stores when we were children.
Okay.
Yeah, it's much different than we remember it as children.
I thought it was neat though that they had the halls, like had different lights, so you knew which
Yes.
hall you were in.
Almost idiot-proof.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, because if you're on the yellow route, all the lights are yellow. If you're down the green route, all the lights are green.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't miss it because that's the only
Right.
source of lighting, isn't it? Red lighting,
Yeah.
green
Right.
lighting.
There were some good photos that were taken.
I thought those were actually very interesting, to be honest with you. I liked seeing. It blows my mind how like here we are today, and you take a city like Oklahoma City, how big it is, and how it starts. You know, it starts somewhere, right? I mean, New York started with a few buildings, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It blows my mind to see what am I trying to say? How the urban development happens so
yeah.
quick. It's
Well,
just,
there's that photograph, isn't there, in the underground? It's like 3 shacks.
Oh yeah, they had a lot of old pictures of Oklahoma
Yeah.
City, and there was nothing there.
There's 3 shacks, and then I think it says 15 years later, and there's a whole metropolis there now. The
Yeah.
scale of building must have been absolutely astonishing.
yeah. And I'm assuming that has happened everywhere in the world.
Of
you know?
course, yeah.
It blows my brain. I know that's the dumbest thing to say is like how it blows my brain, but seeing those pictures really,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody made this stuff. I mean, I don't know. We'll talk more when we talk about the Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
We had Thai kitchen. What'd you think of that Thai food?
That Thai food was excellent.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it really was. I liked it.
So my first introduction to Thai food was that place. So every time I've gone somewhere else, nothing compares to it. And it's just like, I want better Thai food, but like I can't find it.
Yeah.
No, it was very good.
I mean, like everything was really flavorful and stuff. So
Even the Brussels sprouts are flavourful.
were they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So I'm really happy that y'all like that because I think I kind of forced going to Thai kitchen on the agenda.
You did.
And I'm glad
Well, that's
I
fine.
worked it in. Then
It
we
was
went
good.
to, remember the store, Pete? Your favorite store.
Bass Pro,
Bass Pro Shop. If you're an American, you know about Bass Pro Shop.
Redneck World.
That is really what it should be called. There's a much better name for it.
I feel like I'm in a different dimension.
It was totally strange, right from the get go. I mean, outside you can buy these little swamp raft, kind of rowing boat things, and then you go inside and it's the quad bikes and it's the 4-wheelers,
Pontoon
then you get
boats. and
speed boats and these gigantic outboard motors.
There was a $30,000 giant outdoor motor, bigger than any of us.
Well, we had to put Anders next to it to get some kind of size comparison,
Yeah.
and it was bigger than he was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know it's big if it's bigger than Anders. I'm just teasing.
That's not nice.
I know Anders is not that big, really.
And it was just camo world in there, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Everything was available in camouflage,
There-
even curtains.
and a couch, not a couch, but a love seat
Yeah,
Yeah,
or a recliner. Excuse me.
it was something like that.
Those 2 camouflage recliners.
Yeah, Pete said he's going to buy it and put it in our yard. He told Jennifer that.
and then we went into the hunting section,
Yeah.
and we were looking at these $800 crossbows.
I missed out on all that. That must be when the food
Yep.
attacked me and said, "You're going to poop. And if you don't make it to the bathroom, you're still going to poop." Because I had to run.
Yeah. And then we cast a cursory eye over the shooting section, which contained everything from little derringers up to sort of semi-automatic rifles.
Yep.
Well, I think we're all gunned out at that point because we, seen them the day before.
Oh yeah.
You played a little bit of the hunting video games that I guess are free to everybody, so they entice you to want to go hunt.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I kept shooting the ewes though. But I'm such a bad shot. I'm just glad to shoot anything, women, children. I don't care. Just, as long as something goes down. Yeah, we just trolled around there for a bit, and I think we all investigated the. I bought a moon pie.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'd never had a moon pie before.
That's crazy.
Well, it was okay.
Yeah, you got the vanilla one. The vanilla, I don't know. Vanilla's not that great. Not that the chocolate one's that much better, but
But we're so used
It's
to
a moon
them,
pie.
If I ever go to another country, I'm going to be in trouble because I already like to try new foods. I'm a foodie at heart, obviously. But, yeah.
no, foodies have taste. You just like to eat everything.
Oh,
You're a fat kid.
says the guy who doesn't eat vegetables.
So that makes me more picky, which then would make me a foodie.
Okay, you're food. Whatever. So moon pie is okay?
Moon pies are cool. Yeah, I like them.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a rundown of Pete's favorite American snacks later.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I got you. We just kind of hung out there. Jonas and Anders bought some sunglasses and stuff like that.
Leatherman stuff,
Oh, and
knives.
a knife disguised as a key, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. They bought a bunch of knives. They were so proud of those.
They do love the knives.
And I must admit, the one they got for their keychain probably would be very useful.
Yeah, actually, it would be.
I saw that. I laughed at first in my head, and then the more I saw it, I was like, I probably should man up and just buy one of these, but we're already gone. So, That was Thursday.
So we did Mexican food.
Then that night I went to soccer practice. Pete, I want to thank you very much. He came to soccer practice, and I thought that was really cool of him. The girls got to meet him. They even talked about you tonight at soccer practice.
That's good.
The girls that were at that soccer practice told the other girls how they missed out on you. Yeah, he brought a friend from England. It's across the ocean.
And the Swedes and I were back at my place just relaxing after walking around all day.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Yeah.
I was Pete. I heard Pete laughing a few times as I tried to attempt to do the same drills that the 10-year-old girls did, but it was a cool night.
Yeah.
Then we went and had Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let y'all take it from here.
What'd you think of the Mexican food?
It was okay.
Okay, there we go.
You know, I've had spicier.
Yeah.
Quite strange having such odd refried beans. Mine are normally more chunky than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Ooh, I might like them better. If
Yeah,
they
like
chunky.
they like them really smooth around here.
No, ours are like you get the sort of kind of like mashed up with a fork. That kind of consistency. But yeah, it's very nice. I can't remember Tecata's beer, was it?
Tecate?
Yeah, Tecate, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which was lovely until you got to the bottom and it was full of salt.
Yeah, they like dip the whole. They put the salt around the rim and
Oh,
just
that's
goes to
right.
the
Y'all had
bottom.
one of those, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that you actually dipped it in the salt and then put the beer in.
No.
Obviously, what they'd done is they'd put the beer in and then just ran salt around the top.
Yeah.
So all that fell in.
That was the moment I had one of the most romantic photographs ever taken of me with toasting Jonas, gazing lovingly into each other's eyes.
They really were.
They were almost man-married that night.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Anders was really jealous.
Oh, yeah. But he was quietly eating himself into a coma, wasn't he, on the other side of the table?
Yeah, he was. It was fun to watch. I just got a salad that night. A little.
Yeah.
I was so full from Thai Kitchen though. I was hurting bad. I don't know. I'm so burnt out on Tex-Mex style Mexican food that I don't care anymore. Mexican food to me is like the least favorite food. You know, I'd rather go do Thai food or Indian food or something like that. So that's just my preference. But
Sure.
we're glad you got to try that. Wrapped it up
And really-
Tuesday night after that, right? We had
What?
we played some games. Or
Thursday
not
night?
Tuesday. See, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Thursday night. We played a game of Bunning Kingdom with Jonas. Didn't know?
That was Saturday.
Oh, Jesus.
What was that Friday?
Jesus.
I don't know.
I thought me and Jennifer played something with them.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
played Bunny Kingdom earlier in the week, I think.
Oh, that's right. Jennifer never played games with them. Never mind.
Okay.
So, what did we do Thursday night?
You
Obviously, I'm
basically
missing
just saved room for Friday when we were going to go out and have the best meal of the week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so Thursday we just chilled after we had Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Friday was pretty epic. Did you like Friday's food?
Yeah.
Which was the barbecue?
Yeah, when the Swedes told me they wanted a barbecue place, I'd heard about this place before because it's won 2 years in a row, like best barbecue in the nation or something.
Didn't you say you saw this on Pitmasters or something?
Yeah, I saw it on Barbecue Pit Boys.
Yeah, they were a finalist on Barbecue Pit Boys or whatever.
They were just a finalist?
Just a finalist.
God, can you imagine tasting the winner?
Ooh.
And so I found them. There was a
It was
Butcher Barbecue,
Butcher Barbecue Stand, I
Yes.
think is what it was called. It's in Wellston, Oklahoma.
which is about 45 minutes away from us. And it was well worth the drive.
And we struck really lucky.
Well, they said that you have to get there early because people start lining up. And they don't open until 11. So I was like, we don't have anything else to do. And it's spring break, so who knows how many people are going to be there. So we decided we'd get there about 10 o'clock or so. Well, we end up getting there about 10 or so. We're the first ones there. It's like, sweet. It's like, well, it kind of sucks we're first here because who knows, maybe we didn't have to do this. But get in line, and then you had to drive separately, so you show up, and then some other people show up, and then some other people, and then some other people. And by the time it opened, there was a line of 40 people or so.
It was long. It was really long. I was really...
And that was before it opened. And then we essentially ordered a little bit of everything.
Not a little bit. Steve's lying.
It was a
We
pound.
ordered-
It was a pound of everything.
It was a pound of every meat.
Except
a big
a
old
couple.
thing. A big old thing of baked beans, which were incredible.
They were apple pie baked beans.
Yeah, I thought this is gonna suck. It was delicious.
They were absolutely delicious.
It had little chunks of apple. I think cinnamon apple even.
Yeah, it was apple pie.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
It was delicious.
And so we do all that. We take it back, and there's photos online you can find of it.
Sure.
And we go sit. And like I said, we were the first ones to order. I ordered. We had it, the food, in less than 5 minutes. It was done. We go sit down. Everyone had a beer or a soda that we brought it because we brought a cooler. We didn't know how long we'd have to wait. So
Sure. So the place was unique. It's almost like a trailer
Basically
doesn't,
is,
that
yeah,
doesn't
trailer.
move, with a big metal awning and a bunch of picnic tables. It was kind of, I mean, the time it was almost too cool because it was just a little, it had a little chill in the air, but it was nice.
it was perfect weather for it.
Okay, well, all right, I'm a wuss.
Was it too cold?
Yeah, I was just a little bit chilly, but I was the only one, I think.
So yeah, we sat down, sat in the sun, got some barbecue, and it ended up being the best barbecue we've ever had.
It was fantastic. The ribs were just indescribable.
Yes.
They were super.
Fall off the bone.
Yeah.
Even the sauce on it was incredible.
I mean, Jonas said that all I have to do is to look at this angrily and the meat will fall off the bone.
Yeah, that was our whole life in Oklahoma. You always hear, "Oh, you gotta go try Bob's ribs because it's really good." And you go over there and you get them, and you go, "It was okay." Oh, he makes the best brisket.
Yeah.
We tried every meat. I can say that there was meats I liked better than others.
Yes.
But you could take the lowest meat ranking and said, "Scott, you got to have, let's say, that sausage," which I thought was one of the worst meats.
Yes.
It was still really good.
It
If
was
you
good
said, "I'm going to
sausage,
bring you
yeah.
some sausage," I'm like, "Oh boy, I'm going
I'll
to eat
eat
good
it."
tonight."
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I don't like ribs. And the fact that I ate a bunch of ribs, and I would have ate more if it was not Andrews, you guys eating ribs, because I can get this anytime now. So good stuff.
But yeah, speaking of the line, as we sat there and ate, the line kept growing and kept growing. So Jonas was the one looking at the line because he could actually see it from where he's at. I'm like, hey, so find somebody in the line, keep an eye on them. I'm just curious how long it's going to take them to get up to order. He goes, okay. So we do that, and then we continue eating, and continue be eating and BSing and just hanging out, enjoying ourselves. Had to be another 30 minutes or so doing nothing, just eating and hanging out. That guy had moved like 5 to 7 spaces.
Yeah, it was
So it was crazy.
the pickles and onions, the little
Yes.
side dish of those.
They're great.
I like cooked onions. Those are fantastic. They were magical. They just had a good flavor to them. I know that everybody's
doesn't matter.
some of our fans are thinking, "Oh, here goes the Food Blood Bowl podcast." I don't
Yep.
care. This is what we do. This
That's what we do.
Food and fellowship, man, right here on Both Down.
Well, the food's been excellent since I've been here. I've eaten so much of it. God. You know, the very first meal I had, which was a hamburger at BJ's in Dallas, I was absolutely stunned by the amount of fries.
Oh, yeah.
Feed a family of 4. And that wasn't even a large portion of fries. No, the food's been excellent, with the exception of probably the sushi.
I got you.
You
You're not
know,
going to hurt my feelings.
not that good. You know, I've eaten an awful lot of burgers, and I think the best burger I've eaten was at Muya.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah,
good.
that was fantastic. And the worst burger I've eaten was at McDonald's.
Oh well.
Why'd you eat at McDonald's?
Yeah, we didn't take you there. Did you walk over there?
Because I was feeling very indecisive and just thought, oh, what should I do? What should I do? So I went for like a default setting and just went to McDonald's.
Did you walk over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
I'm not
I-
going to fly, am I? You know.
In
No,
the future, go to Brahms. Much better.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought they just sold ice cream.
No,
they have burgers and fries.
they sell
and
everything.
too, so,
that's fine.
let's see. So that was
So then after the barbecue, Pete got to take a trip down Route 66.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. I never ever thought that I'd be riding on Route 66. You know,
Yeah.
heading towards where?
The Red Barn.
The Red Barn, which is an absolutely astonishing piece of engineering work. From the outside, it doesn't look much at all, but if you go inside, it's an engineering miracle, isn't it?
I'm really glad we stopped because from the outside you don't think much of it. If I wouldn't have had, I was in a wedding that was hosted inside there, I would have done the same thing. Steve and them drove past it.
Yeah, I took the Swedes. Like I said, we had separate cars. So I took the Swedes and we saw it. I'm like, do you guys want to go there? Like, what is it? It's a Red Barn? No.
It's not something you'd spend hours at, but
Right.
So just to give everybody a reference, just in case, we were in Wellston for the barbecue. We drove down Route 66 for probably a good 10 miles or so.
Something like that. To Arcadia.
To Arcadia is where the Red Barn is known for. We went in.
Ultimately, we're going to Soda Pops. Or just Pops, I guess.
I think it's called Pops. But we stopped at the Red Barn.
Yeah.
They had the gift shop open, which I never really even knew they kind of did that.
Might be new.
Well, it might have always been there, and I just never paid attention. Anyways, we went inside, and I think you described it as something, the TARDIS or something, like it's so big inside compared to what it looks like outside. And I think the same thing, because when I go in there, that's when I appreciate everything. And it almost gets you dizzy or overwhelmed with how the architecture is just, it's like a weave. It's just,
It is, yeah.
it's incredible. And it has a nice little echo, which
I have to go next time I'm up there then.
The 8-year-old in me likes to stand in the middle and talk so I can hear my own echo.
Of course.
But people would probably go, of course he likes to talk, hear himself talk. So.
Yes.
We did that. We didn't stay very long. And then we went over to Soda Pops where Jonas had the celery soda.
And Pops is just a gas station with a little restaurant and a ton of soda inside.
It's all the weird sodas.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we'd already ruined that by going to the other place that had all the weird sodas, so that wasn't that interesting. So then it just becomes a really loud, really busy gas station, so that wasn't that interesting.
It was okay.
It's a cool looking building. What'd you think?
It was one of those examples of pure sort of like roadside architecture, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was like a big metal Coca-Cola bottle outside.
And if it was at night, it's just beautiful at night because that's all lit up, all different colors.
I've never been at night.
Yeah, you should go online, do yourself a favor, and go look at it lit up because that lights up with the bands going up, and then the light comes through all the soda in the front of the store, and it's all arranged by color. So you get a rainbow effect of the colors in the front too.
See, I tried to grab one. I was thinking, how do they put all this soda on these glass things and they don't fall off? And then I tried to grab one because it was a flavor I wanted. And I was like, oh, they're all glued on here.
But yes, at night it's much better. And during the day, it's a neat little place. If you had to stop somewhere, it's not a bad place to stop.
Yeah, it's cool for kids and stuff like that.
Mainly for kids, yes.
The architecture is pretty cool, though.
Yes.
And then it was off to
The National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum.
Or what we used to call when we were kids, because it was named the Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Right. But they tried to change it.
which was very interesting. There's some beautiful paintings. The
first place we went inside of it was called Prix de West, which is a contest that they have every year, I guess, where they get people to contribute paintings or art that are Western themed, and they pick the winner and buy it for the collection, and then the rest are, I sound like they're auctioned off for charity that goes towards the museum, if I understood it correctly.
Or just sold, maybe not auctioned off, but
something along those lines. But there was some beautiful paintings in there.
astonishing.
yeah, there was some that I think
Pete really liked the one with all the snow.
Yes, I like the Indian guy in the snow on his pony. I thought that was wonderful because it is very difficult to paint white
Yeah.
because it isn't white. There's so many subtle gradations of colour in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That worked perfectly.
Hmm.
In fact, I realised as well that when we went into that Games Workshop store, we were asked to vote on the best painted figures,
Yes.
and I went for the white one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so
And they
I had a white
actually-
theme this week, I guess.
Your vote counted. Did you know that?
No,
Yeah, we didn't mention it, but we did take him and the Swedes to the Games Workshop store. That's the only one in Oklahoma City. I don't know if there's one in Tulsa. I don't think so.
Okay.
It's up by Quail, so we just did that up there. And they had a little painting contest, so he voted on it. And the one you voted for actually came in first by one vote.
so
at that.
it was
By
my
one
vote.
vote.
Yeah, your vote
My vote.
matters.
Oh right, yeah.
That's what I told him.
I'm very pleased about that. Anyway, to the Cowboy Museum. A very, very thought-provoking display on the buffaloes, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It really made me. I don't want to sound like a hippie, but it kind of pissed me off.
Well, sure.
Like, I get it, but
I'm sure a lot of people aren't aware. So Oklahoma, and especially the West, but Oklahoma, they had a ton of buffalo or bison before the settlers got here. Millions upon millions upon millions. Then they decided we're going to use them for everything. Leather, use the bones for chalk and everything you can think of. So there was a point where they got them down to 325 from millions.
the picture that stood out to me was the one where there's this mountain, and I saw it from across, like this mountain of white with one guy standing up top and another guy below. And they were smiling. They were happy, obviously. They were businessmen.
Yeah.
And they were just skulls of the bison.
Skulls and clavicles and just the bones of bison. Just tens of thousands of them.
Right.
And they're all going to be furnaced and the ashes used for everything you
Yeah,
can think
it was crazy.
That rather takes the wind out of your sails when you're walking around a museum and you come across so environmentally catastrophic as that.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we went into. There's like a rodeo section, isn't there, which wasn't really of much interest to me.
No, but they did have the Western cinematic universe.
Yes,
Or the
yeah.
Western entertainment area.
And there were lots of costumes from various...
Tons from Bonanza and Rawhide, everything you can think of. Movies, TV.
Did y'all go into the section where they had kind of like what it would be like if you were outside in your your little sack and stuff, where they had the mannequin set up like the guy was cooking dinner on the back of the wagon?
No, I didn't see
What?
that section.
No.
Okay. There
Was
a
that in
section,
the area of the town?
not the like Disney town area or whatever.
Okay.
There was a section where you could walk in and it would have it described like all the different type of cowboy, like the buckaroo.
Oh, no.
The vaquero, I think is what they
Vaquero,
call it.
yeah.
Vaquero, all that stuff. And they had like a setup like this is what it would be like if you were out in the prairies.
Huh.
It had like the wagon set up and it had like the cook in the back. And it just had like a display, and it described like what you would have had in your knapsack, and it was just like one blanket,
Yeah.
And then later, how they eventually you put your spoons and stuff in there, and you pack up your backpack and all
No,
this stuff.
I will say that I was very over that museum very fast. I was tired. And
There was a lot to
it
take
was a
in.
lot to take in, and I was just, my mind was just like, I don't want to process this right now. We're good.
That area was very cool because it really did describe like where you got the term buckaroo and why,
Yeah.
and this and that, and then it just showed you like different costumes, what made it different, like down to the spurs. Like the buckaroo wore this style of spur because they thought this and this and this, and
That'd be cool.
it was also in that section. I think in that same area was all the barbed wire. Did y'all ever encounter
No.
that? Okay,
We must have missed all that.
there was an area, not kidding, a room full of barbed wire, but you didn't know that until you walk in and you see all these like handles,
Yeah.
and you pull on a handle and this big rack comes out with all the different barbed wire. And once again, I'm astonished to think that these people had time to make barbed wire, and there was so much competition. You need to buy my barbed wire versus yours and stuff like that. And it makes sense, but at the same time, the whole thing I thought with the Cowboy Museum was like, think fuck, I was not born back then, because I'd have been dead.
Oh yeah.
Because those are all hardworking people, and
Well,
you
we
assumed,
would be different, but if we just magically transported back then,
I'd be
yes,
dead.
we'd be dead.
If you grew up in that,
Right.
of course,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
life would be different. But it was crazy, some of that stuff.
Yeah, and
And
just so much stuff.
and then the other thing I took from it is just the astonishing art on some of the blades and the guns and stuff like that. Just like, I don't know, the decoration.
It was very disappointing for me to see the lack of talk about the Indians.
Yes, you mentioned that.
Yeah, because the first thing you walk in, you see a world famous statue called the End of the Trail, which is this proud warrior who's on a broken horse, and he is just broken down, just about dead. And it's all about, we drove Indians to Oklahoma from everywhere and said, okay, all of you, I know it's winter. I know you don't have anything on your backs. March thousands of miles or we will kill you. By the way, you're going to die on the way. We don't care. Get to Oklahoma and go screw yourselves. So this whole statue is just so heartbreaking when you look at it, because that's what it is. And then the guide we got at the beginning was like, well, when the Indians were relocated to Oklahoma, okay, buddy.
Well,
There was no mention of that.
I know. I think it had I don't want to sound, a very white perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it is.
And once we get the Indian Culture Center here in Oklahoma, I think it's going to change that
It
perspective.
really proves why we have to have that,
Right.
which I didn't think we needed before. Because I thought they changed. I haven't been there in ages. I thought they actually made efforts to change stuff, and they hadn't.
I appreciate the Cowboy Hall of Fame a lot more than I did when I was a kid.
Yes.
So I enjoyed my time there. But by the time it was over, I was ready to get on out.
For
to it.
sure.
I was. Did y'all see the big map of the United States with all the Indian tribes before?
Yeah.
That was astonishing too. Just to think, just to think of all of it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So.
It's not like they were all peaceful. They were fighting against each other and everything.
I don't
but
think that. I'm not saying the white man came in and wrecked everything,
Well,
because
we did,
every society, every society fights.
it's just a matter of being more modern with better weapons. You're going to kill the other people, no matter who it is.
Well, we wouldn't know that being British, would we?
No, not at all. I think you guys
we've
are,
never invaded anybody. So.
at least you don't have any history of that.
No.
No, you're fine.
A completely incursion.
Hell, you have just as bad a history with other people named Indians.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
the true ones.
If you look into any history, it's always shocking.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting with regards to what you're taught in school. It's what you're not taught that is the
Right.
the important things. We were taught that it went from the Romans through to Henry VIII, and then we did a bit on the Industrial Revolution, and then that was us done. Mm-hmm. I think the last year we did sort of a bit of modern history, which touched upon the Second World War, but our darker histories weren't mentioned at all.
No,
No.
not so much usually.
Probably for the best, actually, because it would freak the kids out,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, it is just a matter of getting a base education and then expanding in the future. So let's see. After that, is that when we just came back and basically watched the storms forever?
Yeah.
That is. Did we eat anything weird?
No, we were not hungry.
Oh, that's true.
So that barbecue, interestingly enough, satiated ourselves for at least 24 hours. Like I ate the next day, didn't really care about eating the next day.
You're right. We were all so full. We had some drinks. The storm rolled through. It went just southeast of us a
Yeah.
little bit. It was beautiful though. It was one of those you don't get these moments often where the big thunderhead forms. You can see all the lightning. We heard one thunder out of all of it, which meant it was far enough away where we could enjoy the sights. So
Yeah, and when we say the thunder had formed, we're talking giant, voluminous clouds with just going up into the heavens as far as you can see, and tons of lightning.
Amazing light show.
Oh yeah.
I've seen lightning before, but I've never seen lightning like that. It didn't look real in parts.
Right.
It looked like some kind of special effect, but they kept flashing and flashing, and then another fork of lightning had come out, and then it'd start again, but it was still going in the first spot.
Yeah.
The goddamn nature, man.
right.
The power of it.
Yeah, that's another moment where, like, seeing Oklahoma through your guys' eyes made me really... See, I don't hate my state like a lot of people do. I know we have friends who want to move away and they hate this and that.
They have justifiable reasons, and there are plenty of things to hate.
Sure, we have problems,
Yes.
but I also think we have, like, good people here. There's
Sure.
cool things to see.
That's anywhere.
But I'm so used to so many things. Like the thunder, we've seen that every summer multiple times. And when watching Jonas and Anders and you all look at that, and, like, especially Jonas when he said, like, we don't get to see this where we're from. And of course it makes sense. Different part of the world. They have different storms.
Yeah.
But it didn't take until I heard it, you know. And I was just like, I don't know. That was like a really cool night
Yeah.
just to sit around and do that. So
So then Saturday.
Eden's birthday was Sunday, so we decided to get together with my family. And you guys tagged along, which was pretty awesome. My family thought it was really cool. Jennifer's mom, by the way, thought you were very lovely. So I'm just going to pass that along.
You can get some action.
She's single.
She appears to be high maintenance.
You think so?
She.
You better be careful, Steve. Jennifer listens to this podcast.
That's fine.
She's very...
Jennifer, your mom seems lovely. However, she also looks like she's a little crazy.
All right, Steve. Well... All right. Anyways, no, we went in Hideaway Pizza. It's just a pizza place, but it's one of the better ones around here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what y'all thought of that.
I took all the foreigners to Campus Corner because that's where it is. Took them around OU a little bit, see a little bit of the sights, and then went to Campus Corner, walked around a little bit, ended up at O'Connell's getting some
that's
green
cool.
beer.
That's a big deal. The O'Connell's place is a really big deal for OU fans, or the university down there. They go there all the time to party and stuff. So,
But yeah, and then Hideaway. Where
we had Hideaway. I mean, just regular pizza, but I think it's good.
Hideaway. The best thing about the pizza place was, they do fantastic pizzas. And I had a very much needed salad.
Me too.
There. But it was worth it for Jonas and Anders getting their hands on a pepperoni pizza, which they can't get in Sweden.
Yeah, that was odd too.
Yeah.
Of all the pizzas, they wanted pepperoni, and they said, our pepperoni is not like your pepperoni, and there's just barely any on the pizza.
Right. And we got them the Pepperoni Palooza, which has 3 types of pepperoni and is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun watching them get excited about that.
Oh, you know, because it's something so mundane as a pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you can, well, I'm sure there are more ordinary pizzas you can get, but...
No, the only thing more ordinary is just plain cheese.
Yeah.
But people don't order just plain cheese. The most ordinary ordered pizza is pepperoni, for sure.
Well,
For here, anyways.
It was a good pepperoni pizza.
Oh, it's really good.
I had some the next day because they had the leftovers. It was pretty good, pretty tasty.
And then after that, we walked over to Hertz Donuts,
Yeah,
which is the abomination of all donut places.
Yeah. And who bought it?
We all bought a little bit.
Yeah.
Mainly, I told them they had to try the bacon maple long john.
Yeah, the bacon maple long john.
Did you try that?
I did.
What did you think?
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was truly abominable.
This is from someone who loves bacon.
Well, you know, I wouldn't mind another bottle of bacon soda, but a bacon donut? Only in America, folks. Only in America.
So I will state, and this isn't great, but when it's fresh and the bacon is warm and the thing's warm, it's good. It's not great.
It's not really right, though, is it?
But that was so. It was also cold and just kind of coagulated together.
Sure.
It's just. It wasn't as good.
So Hertz Donuts is a fancy donut place for those that don't know, and it's like they take a candy bar and slop it on a not so good donut. I don't really like the place personally.
No, it's one of those places you go with the first time. You're like, wow, this is awesome, and you have the donut. You're like, wow, this is really cool. And then after that, you're like, no, I don't ever want to go again.
Right.
I'm good.
It's definitely not. I guess all donuts are dessert, really.
But we had to take the foreigners.
Yeah, I know. They liked it, and they tried a bunch of donuts, which was fun. That night, we played some Bunny Kingdom. I think everybody hung out, drank a little bit.
Yeah.
Went to bed.
Then Sunday,
this is where I'm out of
Yep.
the picture.
we had another.
Well, we had breakfast.
We continued to have breakfast at the diner because Pete loves the bacon.
I do.
Pete
There's
has
a bacon
found a
theme,
home.
isn't there?
Yeah.
No, it's a great little diner. I like the unlimited coffee.
I
can't go wrong
think
there.
he's sweet on the waitresses.
Oh, well, me and Sherry get on really well.
See, there you go.
They are pretty good, nice.
Yeah,
The service is excellent.
And after that, you said goodbye to the Swedes, and then all the foreigners and I went down to Dallas.
Oh, that was the day that Pete goes, he was looking at the menu, and when she came over, he's like, this is what I want. And they ordered 2 hash browns. Well, at this place, hash browns is a big old order, and you're so used to at home
Yeah.
being like a little smaller, like a hash brown patty, like they have at McDonald's and stuff. She brought him this massive plate of 2 orders of hash browns, and he's like, what the F?
Yeah, it was as long as my hand.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I ate one and
Yeah.
admitted defeat on the second one.
Yeah, he gave up really quick.
Yeah.
It's a lot of food, but anyways.
Then we headed down. We went to the casino. And
Oh, yeah.
by the
Windstar.
casino, the WinStar, which is quote unquote the world's largest casino. It has the largest.
Is it still?
largest gaming area?
Gaming area.
That's what it
okay.
is. It's one
It was
continuous gaming
An
area.
enormous building.
Is it not? It's
I don't think
huge.
I've ever been in a place bigger. You know, it's almost like it's got its own climate in there.
It pretty much is.
An astonishing place.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, it's pretty much not your thing.
No,
Which
you
I
know,
understand.
I just don't gamble because I've never had any luck with it. You
Yeah.
know,
Most people don't.
and I've got enough vices without adding that one.
Completely understandable.
But it was nice to look around, and I believe you and Jonas had a flutter.
Yeah. He wanted to play the high rollers, and
Oh, y'all did that?
he did.
Ooh.
Actually, I did. I found a machine, and I bet $10 twice. No, I bet $10 3 times, made back most of the money. I was like, I can't do this anymore. $10 a spin. This is just too rich for my blood. Overall, I lost like $20. Big deal. So,
If you don't mind, that's up to you. It's just
Yeah.
not my thing.
oh no, I understand.
I take $20 in, and when it's gone, it's gone. So,
So after that, we ended up going. That's when we had Muya. That Muya is a chain. I only know it in Texas. It might be other places, but it's fresh hamburgers, fresh fries, and milkshakes.
Delicious.
So good. Then,
And then it was down to Dallas, wasn't it?
yep, went to my brother's so that they could take a shower because they didn't want to smell like smoke the whole time on the plane. And we went to downtown Dallas to the city hall. Do you know why, Scott?
I know why, but I've never seen 3 people so excited why, and now I kind of want to go by and see it myself just because I didn't know about this.
I never thought about it either. Pete, would you like to inform the listeners?
Dallas City Hall is the exterior of the OCP building in Robocop in Delta City. And I think there's a fair amount of matte painting on the
Oh, yeah.
thing, but the actual frontis of the building is as you see in the movie.
And it was really cool.
Yeah,
It's a great looking little building.
1970s,
Something like that.
very impressive.
Yeah.
We were just visiting a piece of movie history now.
Yeah. It was really
in our
interesting, though.
books, you know, a little bit of Robocop, and then it was on to
Real history.
real history. Yeah, Dealey Plaza, the grassy knoll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see,
We went to where Kennedy was shot.
did y'all?
Yeah.
See, I didn't. either if y'all told me, I forgot, but that's pretty cool. Was it weird, or does it just look
Small.
It's a
Really?
lot smaller than you expected.
really?
Like all those times watching conspiracy theory stuff and about, how hard of a shot it was. Dude, the building to the car is like from one end of my house to the other end of your house.
Really?
It's not that far.
Huh.
And it was, we got to see the Kennedy Memorial, which didn't really get. It was interesting, and then we went to the actual location, and you got to see the building. We got to see the knoll. You got to see they have a place in the street where he was shot. Each shot, they have a little marker.
Oh, that's kind of
And
different.
you could stand at the exact place that Zapruder shot the film, because they still have the thing there that he shot at. And it was surreal, really. It was, it's somber in a way, because it's such a big deal in American history.
Yeah, and there was a guy down
Right across from where
down on
Kennedy
the
was
curb
shot.
selling DVDs and tapes of his explanation, his sort of conspiracy theory.
The real truth.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. Was there a lot of people down there?
It was what I'd call well attended.
For a Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So what was that guy's theory?
It was down to
'Cause-
the federal government.
Yeah, we sent Pete down to talk to the crazy guy.
Yeah, well, I had to go because he looked very interesting.
Of course.
I don't know. He was definitely in a world of his own when it came to this particular topic.
Yeah.
He was, indicating on photographs and diagrams, and it was all a bit much,
Yeah.
all to take in. But he seemed to be very earnest, and I said to him, what in the final examination is your sort of explanation for it? It's all down to the federal government.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
But I am so pleased I went, because it is a piece of 20th century history. And it was one that was broadcast all over the world. I can remember when it came
Yeah.
on TV. People say you can always remember where you were when President Kennedy was shot.
yeah.
And I was off up the grocery store with my grandfather.
Huh.
And we came back, and it also had the effect as well, is that they cancelled Doctor Who for it, which was the first episode of Doctor Who,
Oh, wow.
Really?
which had to be shown again the next week
Huh.
because everything was taken up by John F. Kennedy's assassination.
Yeah. How old were you at the time?
I was about 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've never forgotten that. It's the same with 9/11 as well.
Yeah.
You can remember exactly where you were and what you were doing. I was at home making some marmalade on toast, and I just turned the TV on to watch the morning telly, and thought I was watching a trailer for a movie or something.
Yeah.
You said that.
And then it just sort of like, this is real, and you go, oh my God, it's just incredible. And then the horror of it all sets in, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
but I'm so pleased I went to Dallas, because I took a few photographs and whatever, but I'll show those when I get back. But yeah, Dealey Plaza, it's almost legendary, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
I was really so pleased.
Yeah. And like I said, it was so much smaller than you expect.
Well, everywhere is. That's what,
Yeah, that is true.
in my experience, is that there are very few things that are larger. If it's like if you see Stonehenge, for instance,
Yeah.
you think, is that it?
Right.
It's not that impressive, is it? Because these things aren't hundreds of feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
They actually look quite manageable until you find out how much these stones weigh.
Right.
So what I'm hearing is only the inside of the Red Barn is bigger than what you expect.
Yes, I was going to mention that, because that was, again, that was astonishing.
Huh.
Because it did have that TARDIS-like quality to it. Is from the outside, it just looks like a normal
Yeah.
barn, but inside, it just looks huge. And there's this weird dome in there. It's astonishing. And then we got stuck in traffic, didn't we, coming back?
Yes, we did. We dropped him off at the airport, and coming back, we hit some traffic of people not merging like they're supposed to, and sat there for a good 40 minutes more than we should have.
Well, that's probably the
Already
reason.
on a long, long day.
Yeah, you guys are real troopers to go down there, drop off,
Yeah.
sightsee, and then drop off and drive back. I know it's 3 hours down, 3 hours back, but that wears you out.
Yeah,
I mean, it just
it does.
mentally and physically. So,
Yeah, so
hats
like,
off to you guys.
legit, since then, I was off Monday, didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Gone back to work Tuesday, and today's Wednesday, and just haven't done a whole lot.
Yeah, it was it was kind of weird to go back to work after having a
Mm-hmm.
weeks long vacation in my own backyard.
Yeah.
So overall, let's go with what's your opinion of Oklahoma?
Well, the first thing is if you can't drive, you're screwed.
Yes, no doubt.
That's the first thing. As for Oklahoma itself, I love it. I think I said before, I don't feel as though I'm abroad, to tell you the truth.
Right.
It's very familiar. Okay, some things are different. And, you know, light switches work the opposite way. You know,
What?
yeah.
That's
You flick them up to turn it on. We flick them down to turn it on.
What?
Ah, you see. This is why we can never live in peace and harmony.
Well, now we have to fight you.
No, but I mean, I love it. I've not met anyone in this state that's not been absolutely as friendly as you like.
Yeah.
Really cool people. It's got some great sights. Yeah.
Right.
I love it.
So, is the barbecue the best food then that you've had here?
Yes.
Okay. What's the best beer you've had here?
Well, now, here's the rub.
Okay.
My local in Nottingham is a craft beer place, or a real ale pub, as we'd say.
Yeah.
So I've been avoiding all the classy beers, and I've been drinking stuff like Budweiser and Michelob
And Pabst.
and Pabst Blue Ribbon. So yeah, I've been going for the poor white trash sort of beers
There
Might as
you
well.
go. Yeah.
because I don't want a busman's holiday, you know.
No, absolutely.
So yeah, I've been drinking any old stuff.
Has
So,
anything
what
stood
is-
out?
Yeah, grape Smirnoff. He likes grape Smirnoff. I made him drink one last night.
Oh, the girly drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott has a fridge full of Alco Pops.
Yes, he does. Alco Pops is a good name for it.
That's what we call them. Yeah. I've not seen it all, but what I have seen, I've really enjoyed.
That's good because telling people at work, like, I have this friend coming into town. He's this like really cool artist guy, and he's gonna stay with us for 2 weeks. They're like, "You're making him stay in Oklahoma?" And I'm like, "Golly, what if they're right? What if he hates it here and just doesn't ever want to come back, and like just a bad experience?" And like, so I'm really happy that
I
like,
think I said to you that I was acclimatizing to village life now. You know, yeah. We walk everywhere in Nottingham. I mean, very,
Yeah.
You know, so I don't mind walking up the gas station or walking up the diner. It's just what you do, and I don't stray very far anyway when I'm at home.
Yeah.
I haven't been down off the hill for like 6 months. You know? Yeah, so I'm perfectly happy. I've got a pub up the road. I've got a diner. You know,
Good.
Walmart's within walking distance as well. Should you set off at the suitable
I
time?
wouldn't do that, but yeah, I guess so.
don't ask him questions. He might have already been.
No, I was going to say the crossing the highway, that bridge. is
There's a
kinda
lot of well,
No, there's those walk things, isn't there?
Not on the bridge. No.
yeah,
Oh, I
gotta be
don't.
careful.
I've not tried it, but it is doable.
Oh,
Okay, well, yeah.
There's people that do it. So.
Okay, what else?
I don't. We have a plethora of other questions
Yeah.
that from the viewers, but what I think we should do is take a quick break. Maybe I need to go pee. Maybe
Okay.
I don't. But we could take a quick break. We could save this segment, and then we can come back and just ask you some questions from the listeners, and then we'll wrap this episode up.
Okay, yep, do that.
We are back with part 2, and we're just going to be asking Pete some questions that people wanted to send in.
All right, where are we going to start, Steve?
Well, usually at the beginning, so
Oh, so
I
right
will
here?
start. Brendan Smith, he actually came to the tournament, wanted me to ask your name, your quest, and the average airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow.
That is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yes, it is. I told him that you'd appreciate that question.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know.
You don't have a quest?
Quest.
I guess at this point, just get home.
Yeah, I think just getting home and to lose the one ring in Mount Doom, that sort me out.
That's smart. Yeah.
all right. This one's from David Whitaker. It says, if I remember right, you guys had a draw knuffle competition many years ago, which we did.
Came out interesting.
It was interesting. We had some cool things.
It was cool. It was just not very... It was awesome, but it's not what I would actually deem Nuffle in the universe to look like.
Oh, what we decided? The
little demon with the
little
underpants.
demon baby?
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
It was
Anyways,
cool.
What would be interesting to know what he thinks, meaning Pete, thinks Nuffle looks like, and if he would be prepared to sketch him up. I'm sure we would consider the rendition an official Nuffle.
And I actually had this thought when we did the contest, because that was a long time ago. I was like, we've never seen Nuffle. There's not even been a hint of Nuffle.
I'm going to take a chance saying that Pete doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Get right in that one. Who the fuck is Nuffle? No, I know who Nuffle is. What would he look like? I don't know. It's difficult to draw the ultimate being, isn't it?
Yeah. You drew Corn in the stands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah. That was always awesome.
Yeah, but he's a lesser deity, isn't he?
I have no clue.
Well, he's just a weird guy with horns.
Yes.
But Nuffle is the be-all, the end-all.
Is that something that you'd like to try to draw out?
Yeah, I think I'd see him a bit like Galactus, to tell you the truth. No.
I could see that,
I,
yeah.
honestly, I don't know. He's an inscrutable
Unknowable.
force. He just exists.
Okay.
I think he would look like the in-betweener. He'd be half Pete Knifton and half Jervis Johnson
Okay. I can see that.
with like,
In the body of Mark. What's Mark's?
Mark Gascoigne.
Gascoigne.
there you go. And
I
the
cannot-
dong of Long John Dong Silver.
What?
The porn star with the big wang.
But why?
Because he's a deity. Why would he not have a big wang?
Okay, fair enough.
If you could make anything, wouldn't you be well hung?
That's to imply that he's not already.
Oh, well, never mind. Sorry we went there.
Okay. Moving swiftly along.
Okay. Grant, who we also call Spoon,
Hey, Spoon, how you doing?
he wanted to know, what idea or image did you create for Blood Bowl that was never made it into the books that you wished had, if there was anything?
No, I think just about everything I did made it into the books. We were forbidden from including certain characters.
Such as?
40k
Oh, okay.
guys, absolutely off the menu, 100%.
So, meaning like you couldn't have put a Space Marine in the stands or something like that.
There is a Space Marine in
Okay.
the stands in one of the pictures, alongside the Blues Brothers, Judge Dredd, and I think Laurel and Hardy are in there somewhere. But no, almost everything I did made it into the games.
Okay.
All the illustrations. I mean, I had absolutely nothing to do with the rules at all.
Right.
But yeah, just about everything I did.
Makes sense.
All right. So, Ryan Smith said,
Hi, Ryan.
if you could create a new team for Blood Bowl, what theme or race would it be?
Well, there are plans. I am sketching out a few ideas at the moment, and I'm not going to say, because hopefully the product will be picked up and you'll see it in the not too distant future.
Okay.
But they are badass, so
Okay.
yeah.
And if they're not out in a couple of years, we'll get you back on the podcast. And, you're
And I
gonna
can tell
us-
you what they are.
There you go.
And he'll have an answer for the one thing that didn't get put in that I wanted to. Charles Tornow, I believe that's how he says it, wanted to know if you've ever played or if you just enjoy bringing joy to those of us who do.
I've never played Blood Bowl.
You ever tried?
No.
Okay.
I get a couple of lines into the first paragraph and just scratch my head and think, I don't understand this. It's for far cleverer people than I.
Yeah, we've tried to get Pete to play some games here or play pinball, and Pete's just kind of, I'm just going to go outside and smoke, or
Read.
I'm cool. I'll read.
There's nothing
Not
wrong
so much
with
of a
reading.
gamer.
No, it's what you read.
Holger Bronthorf Alsmeyer. Am I even close, Steve?
Holger Brontolf Alsmeyer.
Who would be his dream director for the feature film version of his Blood Bowl comics? Pete Knifton Comics
Yeah.
version of Blood Bowl director.
I'm guessing, I have a guess.
Who's that?
Mad Max.
Oh, no, not George Miller, no.
No?
No, he's in disgrace after Fury Road.
He hates Mad Max Fury Road, Steve.
I don't hate it. I just don't like it very much.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm going to go with something really obvious like Zack Snyder. I love his kind of colour palette and all that, I'm not a big fan of directors when it comes to movies. I just want to get the maximum amount of action into the thing with a lot of really interesting characterization and more violence. Yeah.
So we need Quentin Tarantino to write it.
But directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Yes, Robert Rodriguez. That's
that
the
would
guy.
actually work.
That's the guy.
Because he has a good eye for everything, and Tarantino's got all the crazy dialogue and the characters.
I don't know about Tarantino.
But, yeah.
Well,
Okay, we'll go with Robert Rodriguez.
Okay. That works for me. Our buddy Pat Wynn wants to know, he says, I know it's a Blood Bowl podcast, but he's bought Flintlock and Deadlock many moons ago. Never played more than a demo, but painted up some undead Russians. Your art, he didn't recognize it at first, and then the skirmish scale appealed to him. He has no real questions other than what was your experience working in a different property or company, and the orcs were good guys. Well, they were British at least.
Yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed working on the artwork. It was a pleasant change from all the kind of like science fiction stuff and Blood Bowl stuff that I'd done, because I really enjoyed researching the Napoleonic era. I mean, that whole thing was born out of a love of the Sharp books by Bernard Cornwell, and of course the TV series starring Sean Bean. Yeah, the elves were the French, the orcs were the British, and then it got increasingly the dwarves were the Germans or the Prussians.
Okay.
And then it got increasingly sillier as it went down the kind of scale.
So for those not familiar, what exactly was the property?
Flintlock.
Yeah. What was the concept?
It was a skirmish game set in an alternative 19th century, populated by orcs and goblins, elves. The usual suspects in the fantasy universe.
Sure.
The Russians were mainly undead. They worshipped the star wraith Alexander, as I remember. And it was a fun time. I really enjoyed the artwork.
That's cool.
Is it still around?
Apparently so.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do with it anymore, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
That's cool.
Sounds cool.
All right, well, we're going to go to some Twitter questions now. Coach Jeffro, who you met.
Yeah, I met Jethro.
Jeff Gallenbeck. He said, you head back to the lazy circles to find the crazy woman bumming smokes from you?
The short answer to that, Jethro, is no. And I just find the word bumming very funny.
Yeah, it's
because it has a different meaning in England.
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit
Is bumming the same as humping?
No,
Like getting
in
it
the
on?
bum.
Oh, bumming is anal sex?
anal sex. Yeah,
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah. You're
I know
bumming.
what to request now later.
So really,
Poor
if you
Jennifer.
if you try to mix things and you don't know, if you say bumming a fag, that's probably not good.
I got you.
Yeah. No, I haven't been back to the lazy circles.
She was a nice woman, though, wasn't she?
Karen, I think her name was. Yeah, and she was lovely.
Well, nobody knows the story. You could tell it real quick. You walk in,
I
and she
walked
just was
in,
all over
and
you.
I'd not even made it to the bar before I was accosted by this lady wanting to catch a cigarette. And I didn't quite know what to make of it because her husband was in the bar.
I think he liked to watch.
Well, I don't know. You know. So, yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
Bush.
Warhammer Generals at Warhammer GEN wants to know if you fancy a visit to South Africa. I don't know if he's offering to pay, but he runs stuff down there, so.
I'd love a visit to South Africa. I'll go anywhere, me.
So pretty much as long as you pay Pete's way, he'll come to your tournament.
No, I've never been to Africa. My friend Tim Pollard is either in Africa at the moment or he's just come back. He was doing a tour researching the battlegrounds of the Zulu Wars,
Wow, that's cool.
which is one of his great passions. So he was down Iswandala.
Huh.
Yeah, looking to be having a fine time with his safari hat on. You know.
Well, you got to have that.
Talk Knuffle podcast at TLOYN. They ask, how do you think Bertha Big Fist got her name?
I think she got a name because her name is Bertha and she's got large hands.
There you go.
That seems logical.
Yeah, logical.
Yeah.
Not much to that.
Well, maybe he was just curious.
I'll rest on that answer.
And then finally, Philip Guns at Philip Guns. Real hard one. 1 L, 2 N's, if you're curious. He would love to know if Pete has rights to his old Blood Bowl art, and if so, does he have any interest in licensing it for merchandise?
The answer to that is no.
Figured as much.
Everything that I've produced has always been work for hire for Games Workshop. I have no rights.
And basically with that, once you submit it, they have full rights to it, right?
Yes.
Because they either buy it to publish or they pay you a reject fee, right?
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
But no, once they paid for it, it is effectively theirs.
Do you ever get the originals back?
Sometimes.
Okay.
That's again, it's one of those sort of like moot points. If you ask, I'm sure that they'll be able to sort it out.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have any rights to anything. I don't have anything to do with copyright or whatever.
Okay. He continues to say he would buy a Knifton Blood Bowl T-shirt any day.
We agree. I don't know why they're not out there. But
I mean, we could
we'll just
always-
move
There
on.
used to be a great range of T-shirts out from GW back in the day.
For Blood Bowl?
Yeah,
We've probably just never seen them.
I've
over
never seen
here
one.
Because
yeah.
Yeah. He also is curious. I don't know if you remember the image. He says that the image of a goblin raft crocodile piece
that's
is
what
his best artwork ever, and wanted to know what the inspiration was.
Do you know what he's talking about? The lowdown rat, where the lowdown rats are playing all the goblins. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Yeah, okay. I figured you did because we've talked about it on this trip.
Okay.
I don't really. This is embarrassing.
Okay.
There's one Blood Bowl picture that I really do regret doing, and it's that one because it was a complete swipe from somebody else.
For real?
Yeah. Well, yeah, side by side. It was obviously homaged from a painting by a guy called Christos Achilleos. And I took it in, and Mike Brunton just looked at it and went, Chris Achilleos. I said, oh, God, yeah. So, yeah.
Hey,
Caught me. I own up to that one. And I am blushing now, folks. Actually, I really am.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he is. He's
Yeah, caught red-handed. I'm a great aficionado of swipes because, not that I do them, but I subscribe to a Facebook page called Comic Book Swipes. And it seems that everybody, the great, the good, and the not so good, all do it at some point. If you want to be a little bit cagey about it, you can actually describe it as a homage.
Sure. Typically, homages you will state where they're from, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm still blushing. I'm not going to talk anymore. 'Cause I dig myself a hole.
Well, it is a very evocative piece. So
It is, but it wasn't. I can honestly go on record, hands in the air, perfectly honest, say it actually wasn't entirely my idea.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
I've been caught out.
That's funny. That is one of the great pieces, though.
Yeah. Do you have any pieces that are your favorites?
My favourites tend to be just the kind of little ones with like a certain expression on the face. I think there's one in the Undead issue of Spike where it's just Bob looking really shocked. I like that. I don't know. I was looking through some stuff with Scott last night, and I was saying, "Oh, I like that one," because after so many years, it's almost like looking at work by somebody else.
Sure.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to tell the story like last night when we were looking through that stuff. I caught Pete kind of getting lost in his own artwork, and I even told my buddy Robert, I was like, it was really fun to watch him look back at that stuff because what I was taking, you tell me if I'm wrong, if this is how you're feeling. I think Pete was looking back at old Pete's stuff and he was going like, damn, I pretty much, that's awesome. I nailed that. Wow, that one's pretty good too. Like you said, I haven't seen him in a while. And then you're like, I guess had a deeper appreciation for the stuff that you've done in the past because it was good.
One thing that's happened over the years is my sort of art style has definitely changed somewhat. Back in the day, I used to, slavishly work at anatomy and the weight of lines and stuff. And with regards to anatomy nowadays, I just fudge it because life's too short to get your Bern Hogarth books out and agonise over deltoids and pectoids or whatever they are.
And nobody's Bern Hogarth, man.
No, I mean, the guy did a couple of, well, more than a couple. He did about half a dozen fantastic how to draw anatomy and dynamic perspective and all that sort of stuff, which are more or less essential for any aspiring artist that wants to do figure work.
Sure.
Because they do break it down into its basic component parts and demystify the body into it's just a machine. Mm-hmm. Forget what it looks like. It's a mechanical device. It has bones, it has joints, and they all work in a certain way. But I just used to spend hours fretting over, have I got that bicep right or whatever.
Yeah.
Now I just fudge it.
Yeah, but also now you've had so much experience. It's not really fudging. It's just you know how to do it.
It's, as I said again to Scott last night, it's a 10,000 hours thing.
Yeah.
I've been drawing for over 40 years. And that's terrifying in itself. Still haven't got it right yet. I've been drawing for over 40 years. And it is easy when you get into the zone.
Yeah.
The one thing I hate about drawing is when you sit down in front of a blank piece of paper and you almost get the jitters because what can I put on this?
Mm-hmm.
What have I got to do? Where do I start? And the best thing to do is to get a really soft pencil and just mark a line right across it. So you've broken the ice, you've kind of put your footprint in the virgin snow.
Yeah.
You're off. It's up and running.
There's no going back.
No. Yeah. It's no longer pristine.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I mean, a lot of times when I'm doing, like when I did the Death Path stuff and everything, doing the just character after character after character, I would do that sometimes. Is like, all right, here's a line. He's going to be standing, in perspective to this line, and then let it go. So, yeah, I feel that for sure. So, I don't know. I found it really fun and magical to watch Pete look at his own stuff last night.
Did you show him the old Slan drawing?
The one that's in the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that Slan, where did that come from? Because Slan is, to my knowledge, even at that time, they didn't really look like that, did they? In the 40K?
I didn't play 40K.
Because I only know them as the big fat frogs. Did they used to be more athletic and muscular like that, or is that just you?
I can barely remember the picture, but
is the Slan warrior with the football just standing over the pile of bodies?
Yeah,
and that is one of the most iconic ones.
I think that was just the way I drew it.
Okay,
because I don't know I mean, I've not really looked at this land for a long time, but I always had the idea that they were kind of like Aztec guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
they were.
GW refuses to do anything with them. Like,
Yeah,
they are
we
just
talked last night
dead
about
to them.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
a shame because they are very popular.
Yeah. Well, I think
I don't know why. Maybe they've got plans for the future. I honestly don't know.
I don't know.
Well, they've kind of molded into that frog thing that you talked about. But back when me and my buddies, same buddies that played Blood Bowl, when we did Warhammer, the Warhammer fantasy role playing game,
Yeah.
it talked about all these space gates and stuff, and the Slan were aliens that looked lizard like or frog like, but they weren't giant frogs. They were just kind of like that. You know what I'm
Humanoid
saying?
lizard.
Humanoid lizard type people. And when the stargates and stuff broke, that's when it unleashed chaos into the world and stuff like that. And then they were left behind, this powerful civilization that was kind of going away as the rise of man and all that stuff happened. So they were frog-like, but they weren't giant frogs. And
Yeah.
that's what everybody makes now when they make new miniatures of Slan. They're like, well, they're giant frogs. Well, they're not. No, they're really kind of aliens, you know.
Batrachian aliens.
Yeah. It's changed so much, and I don't know. Your rendition, even though there's only like one or two pictures of them, is that's the one I love. But
Yeah.
of course, it's my Blood Bowl. So
Well, I'm not even that. One of the most popular third-party teams out there is J-Bone's Frogs, and he said that one picture was a huge inspiration for how he did them
yeah,
because it was just so evocative.
yeah, he did a lot of them. He worked with Pedro Ramos.
I love Pedro Ramos.
And they
stuff.
definitely looked at your
Yeah.
stuff to get inspiration for that team. So I've said it before, and I've said it on the podcast, I believe, and I said it privately to Steve. You know, Pedro Ramos is the next Pete Knifton because his stuff
definitely.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got some humor in it, and it's got some seriousness in it, but it doesn't take itself too serious.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. I do
too.
I don't know how old the guy is or how young the guy is, but
Have you ever met him?
No.
Okay.
Well, I might have done at the World Cup, but I met so many people
Right.
there. It's hard to keep track of.
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, fantastic stuff. So, frankly, I mean, I don't mean this as a knock to anybody else, but when they decided to recreate Blood Bowl, you know, if they can't get you to do it, I was like, well, they should get Pedro Ramos to do it or something because that guy fits it. But
I saw one of his new pictures today, and it was absolutely,
Was it the referee?
the referee with
Yeah.
the goblin or the snotling tied to
Uh-huh.
a baseball bat.
yeah,
That was pretty awesome.
Which I just loved. It was just, it had the entire spirit of Blood Bowl in that one picture.
exactly. So I'm glad we're all in agree on that.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for Pete?
I've been asking him.
No, I mean like personal questions.
How big is it? I don't know.
How big is it?
No, it's a
That's
call
it.
back to Monty Python.
Say you could do whatever you wanted, art-wise. Do your own comic, do your own... I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
What would you choose? I mean, you have the world... World's your oyster. You can write the story. You can hire somebody to write the story. You draw it or whatever.
I think what I'd like to do is basically put a team together and produce something.
Okay.
I think I said to you last night that I'm not particularly keen on carrying things all the way through. I'd like to sit down with a bunch of guys like yourself and just hammer out some ideas, do some concept sketches, and then hand it on to somebody else to develop it a bit further.
Right. Work with a group.
Yeah.
So I think I'd like to direct. I think is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
And I've long had a couple of ideas which I know will never ever see print as magazines, but I would like to do some prints of them.
Okay.
I think that is one of the most satisfying things you can do with an idea, is to distill it down into one quintessential image,
Yeah.
and that is the idea. But again, it's finding time.
Well, if there are any aspiring artists out there who would like to have Pete Knifton tell them what to do,
Bend over.
yeah. Not exactly what I was thinking, but I mean, whatever you like.
When me and Robert and them were drawing like stuff that we planned on drawing comic books
Yeah.
for and characters and stuff. I did this. I kind of fantasy booked like, okay, if this was around and I couldn't draw it, but I could assemble the team, who would I get? You know, and you know what? One of my guys was always Keith Giffen because
Oh, I love Keith Giffen stuff.
Just to have him on there for his ideas and stuff because as a plotter and stuff, he didn't have to write everything, but just to be there. You know, because that guy has his hands in so much for so long that he's amazing. So
Definitely.
anyways, I used to fantasy book my own creations and like, this is who I'd get to do this, and I need this type of style, and I don't want it. You know, I used to have fun doing that myself. So
I think what I like about making up your own stuff is you can put your own tone on it. One of the things that I like is kind of quiet periods and stuff. So when the action happens, it actually happens.
Yeah.
If you've got constant bang, bang, bang all the time, it loses its effect.
That's why team books were always so good. Because you would have downtime in between issues of, you know, the Avengers are just chilling out at the mansion and, you know, organizing the rooms or, you know, working out or something. That was always cool to me.
playing some softball.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. New Mutants and X-Men played softball games.
Yeah,
All those downtime issues of any comic are just really cool because you're seeing the characters actually be characters.
I always, when I was younger, I always took it as, you know how these rock and roll bands would do the ballad that would hit?
Yeah.
I mean, like their hardcore fans didn't like it, but
No.
all the girls did, and it hit on the radio. So everybody went and bought their albums for that one song, and then they're like, oh, you know, because the other stuff was so hard. That's what those comics reminded me of, is the ballad time. But in the opposite effect, I like those a lot of times more than all the big bangs and booms. So I was the fan of the other thing too, because man, if people were attacking you 24/7,
You just give
as
up
a
and go home.
superhero, yeah, that would drive you insane.
Yeah.
No downtime to go take a poop or pee or
Well, it's kind of like
have a sex life.
You never see that in comics, do you?
the first Astro City with the Samaritan. How it just goes through his whole day and how he has no downtime. So he dreams of flying. The most powerful person in the universe, but all he wants is just to be able to relax and go fly. But he can't.
How do you fly? That's one thing that's always puzzled me. What is the motive power behind flight? What is the impeller?
I don't know, but it's the one
Is it
power
like
that
levitation?
everybody wants.
The best answer to that, besides like, you know, magical or mechanical, was Hawkman with the nth metal, where it was anti-gravity defying metal.
Well,
so,
like Cavorite from the first Man in the Moon.
sure. Yeah, so it allowed you to a little
so
bit
you
control
can float,
stuff.
but
Yeah,
how do you power yourself along?
Hawkman had wings.
Yeah, but
So-
still, it didn't sound like. How did?
I
know.
That's all I got, man.
No, I know.
Unless you control magnetic waves or
I don't think anybody has the answer,
no.
but
Superman just does what Superman does because he's Superman.
Well, I just noticed a load of people flying about on a poster the other day and thought, how do all those people do it? You know,
Yeah,
are they squirting gas or, you know,
that would be kind of awesome.
sort of like a balloon let go?
you know what I always thought
The
is
flying
like,
squid.
if I shot fire out of my hands, the one day that I get ill or sick and it stops shooting out of my, you know, when I choose to shoot it and it just cuts out, no harm, right? If I did ice, same thing, no harm. Once it stops, it stops. If I'm fucking 5,000 feet in the air
Yeah,
and I sneeze because I'm getting sick or something and my power cuts out, just like that, I'm falling. You know, that's what I always thought. It was like, in some ways that might be the greatest power, but man, if it ever stutters on you,
I always
fucked.
liked the idea of someone could fly, but it was just as taxing as walking.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, I can do it, but I don't want to. It's a pain in the ass. It doesn't get me there any faster. I'm just hovering a couple inches off the ground, and I can, hover and walk. Big deal.
I have dreams that I can fly,
I think,
I know where
I
you're
think everybody does.
but not
I
like,
never have.
not like fly like Superman, but like, you know how you see like the astronauts on the thing kind of just propel themselves and kind of glide.
Yeah.
That's how it is in my dreams. And it's like at times I feel like, oh, I could do this here, and then I can just kind of, and then I'll be like this, like I'm pushing through water and stuff. I don't know. I know this is way off subject of Blood Bowl, but
I don't know.
Inspiration has to come from somewhere. So why not your dreams?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't remember my dreams most of the time.
you don't?
Nope.
That's because you're psycho, man.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to disagree.
All right. Do we have any? I guess we're wrapping this segment up. Do we have any other knowledge you want to spout out to people? Anything you want to say before we let you go?
The only thing I'd say to everybody is just be excellent to one another.
Wild Stallions rule.
Amen to that. Wild Stallions rule. Is that some old quote? Don't look at me
Wow.
funny. I don't know this.
San Dimas High School rules, dude.
No, San Dimas High School football rules.
That's right. Sorry.
The song by the Ataris?
No, it's Bill and Ted.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Bill and Ted.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I've never seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or the second one.
Ziggy Piggy.
I only know. Is that what that's from?
Yes.
I've heard that before.
No, Napoleon is stuck at an ice cream shop, and it has the Ziggy Piggy. And they're like, what is the Ziggy Piggy? And it comes out, it's this giant vat of ice cream with bananas and everything. And then he's just chowing down. They're going, Ziggy Piggy, Ziggy Piggy.
I've
And he
never
gets a
seen it.
badge.
Yeah.
There's a band called the Ataris who have a song called San Dimas High School Rules.
Right.
And that's the only way I know that song or even know that subject. So, wow. So that's where that's from.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Those are
I thought
great
this
movies.
was about a cool high school, and now you're telling me it's from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are legit great movies.
Okay. I didn't like Keanu Reeves for a long time.
I don't like Keanu Reeves. However, those are legit great movies.
Okay. It's fine. All right. So we're just going to go Stallions Live On or whatever.
Wild Stallions rule.
Wild Stallions Rule. All right.
Okay. Be excellent to each other.
All right.
Okay.
Pete,
Good night, guys.
Thanks for coming to Oklahoma Bowl, and we'll be right back with some shout outs.